Welcome to Citi, your number one. Don't look no further. We've got it all covered. Citi FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
We are a chosen generation. All for to show His excellence. All I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am. We are a chosen generation. We are a chosen generation. All for to show His excellence. All I require for life, God has given me. I know who I am. I know who God says I am.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise. This is the Citi Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Where He says I am, where He says I'm at, I know who I am. I'm walking in power, I'm walking miracles. I live a life of favor, 'cause I know who I am. I'm walking in power, I'm walking miracles. I live a life of favor, 'cause I know who I am. Come on, dance for the Lord. We are a chosen generation. We are a chosen generation. Come on and show His excellence. All I require for life, God has given me. I know who I am. How many of you are chosen generation? We are a chosen generation.
Citi 97.3.
All I require for life, God has given me. I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I'm walking in power, I'm walking miracles. I live a life of favor, 'cause I know who I am.
At the end of the day, it's your belief that determines your behavior. It's your convictions that influence your conduct. So, what do you believe about yourself? It's important to believe right so you can live right. We are a chosen generation called forth to show His excellence. All I require for life, God has given me. I know who I am. I am blessed beyond the curse. I'm walking in power. I'm walking in miracles. I live a life of favor. I know who I am. Nobody's going to tell me who I am. Nobody's going to distort my history. Nobody's going to tell me I'm a cursed race. I'm blessed beyond the curse. So I need to live like it. So you need to believe right to behave right. You need your convictions in the right place so your conduct can be in the right way. Thank you, Sinach. Encouraging our listeners, believe in Ghana. Believe that we are a blessed nation. We have the best of goods, the best of people, the best of services, the best of opportunities, and the best of ideas. For example, our Ghana cedi is 60 today. Can you imagine? 60 years of a sovereign currency. Let's build and save the city. Stop hoarding dollars. Yeah, believe in your currency. Believe in Ghana. Yes. Oh yeah. Believe in Ghana too. See His glory. And I like this part. It doesn't matter what you see now. Yeah. Because sometimes what I am is not apparent because it takes time to manifest. So don't look at me in my chamber and hall.
Oh, Charlie.
Don't look at me in my Charlie Water
The
or my Legady's Benz and just despise me and just overlook me. It doesn't matter what you see now. Can you see His glory?
See His glory.
A beautiful song. It never gets old. So time check is 6:33 on the City Breakfast Show. We're starting off the newspaper review. It's probably brought to us by Fidelity Bank. You can start with 500 CDs and earn 5,000 monthly. You could actually earn 100,000 CDs in the grand draw. Visit any of our branches or agent point, deposit in multiples of 500 and win big in the Fidelity Sika Boom promotion. Fidelity Bank is here for your journey. Promo is on the NLA Caritas Lottery platform. It's a live and interactive radio show. We're very, very happy to hear from you. We have a WhatsApp number 0549986996. Many things you could tell us. What's happening in your community? What's bothering you? Or something that makes you excited. My name is Bernard Avle. I'm here with Richard Delaskai and Caleb Kuda. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning, Novila Keforama.
Wonderful. What are the papers saying?
Yes, Bernard, before today, let me use the opportunity to thank whoever took the initiative to remove the track that
yesterday.
Radio gets results.
Exactly. Whether it is the person, the owner, the police, or the city authorities.
It's gone.
Whatever it is.
Where was this track?
Thank you. It was on the
Castle Road, coming towards the Kwame Nkrumah Avenue.
Exactly. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, the memory is really sharp.
Okay. So we're using this to say all tracks parked at the wrong place. I'm continuing this my campaign that Ghanaians should just do the right thing. Always think twice. Don't think only about what you want to get for yourself. Think about the effect of this on somebody else. So before you park that car, before you pour that water, before you cross that road, before you plant that kiosk, whatever you want to do, before you throw that rubbish, think twice. Because Ghana is for us. We are the only ones who can build it or destroy it. On that note, let's enter the papers.
The Ghanaian Times says this morning, we won't tolerate indiscipline. This is coming in from the education minister. This is belated story, though. Also on the front page this morning, President Mahama Akufo-Addo others lead tributes to Nana Konadu Ajiman Rawlings. There are some other stories on the front page.
Daily Guide has an interesting one. Cabinet warns ministers over unapproved policy announcements. No name is mentioned, but there's another story here. Education Ministry backtracks on mother tongue policy. The other stories here as well. Bring your lawyer or I proceed. Judge to Ameyaw Ekomfi.
Let me take you to the Chronicle. The story, big one, says Kwabena Ejapong, I'm still in the race. Vote Asieho.
Thank you.
Also on the front page this morning, how Denchira installed his 26th king, and Baumia is the best candidate to win power for the MP.
So Daybreak has a big one on Light Wave Saga. Alarm blow over $100 million health data deal. 400 more facilities yet to be captured on system. Now, 3 killed, MP's house burnt in deadly Binduri gun attack. Later, Finance Minister to present 2026 budget November 13.
Let me take you to the Hawk newspaper. Tension in Nkwanta drives parents to Weman. Also on the front page this morning, Justice Doche is quoted as saying time to rethink free senior high school before it crashes. I think we brought you this story much earlier during the week. And then also a story here talking about Ofosu Ampofo setting up 3 committees to tackle debt, smuggling and dirty deals.
So the Archives newspaper has a tragic one. Farmer drowns while going for loan to pay child's school fees. The other one, NDC MP confesses, I lied about 30,000 Ghana Cedi SHS placement extortion claim. Okay. Revocation of 278 licenses. Mining consultant applauds exercise but warns of litigation.
The New Republic says $2 million SkyTrain saga. Produce lawyer. Judge gives Ameya Ekumfi 2 days to do so. Also, mother tongue policy to start from KG to basic 3. Education Ministry is providing some clarification.
Yeah. The overseer says some Jonah questions source of funding behind Accra's luxury real estate boom. Forcing to present 2026 budget on November 13, unveil post IMF fiscal blueprint.
And finally, from me, the Economy Times says this morning, government juggles demands of local stakeholders, IMF, towards 2026 budget. The photograph of the Minister for Finance is here. Also, Citi set for historic rebound as it appreciates 36% YTD. And then also, Ghana's improving macroeconomic stability convinces Fish to a revised growth forecast to 4.9%.
All right. The daily graphic this morning, it's leading. Just give me a quick second. I'll bring that to you shortly. The daily graphic is online and it says government eyes 500,000 agri jobs. Oil palm push takes center stage in 2026 budget. So your friend Kazela Tufosen is on the front page here.
Beautiful.
Also, return contribute to Africa's development. KGL group chair to diaspora after Forbes award. The other story on the front page: Nordic government or Nordic and government partner to tackle period poverty. 6 million free pads reach school children. And UPSA Prof Puni proposes shift in SOE leadership appointments. Now, if you go online, BOG rolls out tough anti-money laundering and terrorism financing measures this morning. In other headlines, Parliamentary Committee summons contractor over Dansoman Sea Defense Project. NDPC is aiding presidency in finalizing coordinated development plan according to its chairman, Nee Moy Thompson. Enforcing school rules promotes discipline and personal growth. This is PTAs. In other stories, Park Chair DVLE boss clash over data privacy in digital number plate roll out. And Ghana, the Bahamas signed MOU to recruit Ghanaian teachers and nurses. In other headlines, if you go to Channel 1 News, Northern rice farmers on the brink, smuggling and neglect threaten Ghana's food security. Samalasta Mensa writes. So this is a story from the northern part of the country. Your boss is writing on. He was in the north, and he met some rice farmers, and they're saying that their rice nobody's buying it. They have all kinds of issues. So they're smuggling and other things.
That's a serious
Yesterday there was a story about 300 million cedis worth of sugar and rice smuggled into the country. Northern rice farmers say that nobody's buying their rice, they are not getting markets, and their businesses are getting destroyed. In other stories, Tonon MP invokes RTI law, demands full disclosure on helicopter crash probe. Meanwhile, Attorney General's place is in court, not the media. This is a venue marking. In other headlines, Cabinet warns ministers against announcing policies without approval.
That's true.
And 4 arrested after shooting incident at funeral in Asimankese. Those are on channel1newsonline.com. If you go to myjoyonline.com, I'm not worried about the numbers. I've learned from Bagwin's era. This is a venue marking again.
Nice.
In other headlines, teaching in local language premature without clear implementation plan. Dr. NT is retorting there. And then if I take you to the African continent, 2 elections, 2 old men. The 92-year-old president who never loses. This is BBC's intro to Paul Biya.
Legend.
And then Ivory Coast president 83 secures 4th term after 2 rivals bad. And another story is Mali shut schools and universities as jihadists blockade worsen fuel crisis. And then there's also anger and protest and calls for calm as Paul Biya wins again.
Hey,
Yeah, so those are some of the stories making the rounds
Okay.
across the continent.
So let's take off with policy matters, and then you give us the angle from cabinet on
Yes,
this
please.
issue of policies being announced left, right, and center. Page 8 of the New Republic has a story: mother tongue policy to start from KG to Basic 3. Education Ministry providing clarification. Now, the Ministry of Education has clarified that the use of Ghanaian languages as the medium of teaching would apply only from kindergarten to primary 3, not throughout all basic school levels. Now, the clarification follows a directive by the sector minister Haruna Idrisu to the compulsory use of Ghanaian languages in schools, a move that has sparked widespread public debate. Now, speaking at the launching of the Foundational Learning Action Tracker on Monday, October 27 this year, Deputy Education Minister Clementa Park said the clarification was necessary to settle the ongoing discussions.
In the meantime, Cabinet warns ministers over unapproved policy announcements. Daily Guide is writing on its third page, NS Kofi Adu reports that government has directed all ministers of state to strictly adhere to established cabinet procedures before announcing or implementing new government policies. This directive follows concerns raised by the minority in parliament about several major national programs which official documents have not been submitted to Parliament for scrutiny. Now, in a circular dated yesterday and signed by the Secretary to Cabinet, Professor Kweku Danso Boafo, ministers were cautioned against the growing practice of publicly announcing major policy initiatives purportedly on behalf of government without prior Cabinet approval.
Now, cocoa smuggling is a big story. Yesterday we spoke about rice and sugar.
Yeah.
The High Street Journal is continuing this discussion on smuggling. Ghana's silent billion-dollar leak. It says Ghana loses over $1.1 billion to cocoa smuggling, threatening farmer livelihoods, national revenue, and economic stability, highlighting the urgent need for pricing technology and stronger enforcement. Now, it says Ghana's cocoa industry, long considered the nation's brown gold, is quietly hemorrhaging revenue. Official data from Cocoa Board shows that between 2021-22 and the 2024-25 season, the country lost over 1.1 billion US dollars to cocoa smuggling. Tens of thousands of tons slipped across borders into Cote d'Ivoire and Togo, undermining national revenue, farmer livelihoods, and economic instability. These losses weaken confidence in the sector and affect everyone in the cocoa supply chain. License buying companies lost over 1.6 billion cedis, while haulers reportedly lost 182 million over the 4 years. Farmers often sell cocoa across the border where prices are 20-30% higher, creating incentives for smuggling. The price gap fuels networks that exploit porous borders into key cocoa growing regions. Now, the reason the smuggling thing is becoming a problem is that yesterday the FABAG also said the manufacturers in Ghana are suffering because smuggling of rice and sugar undermines local production of both farmers and those who add value. There's an article here by the MD of this company that's also talking about the plight of rice farmers. Let me just read a few paragraphs. I've just returned from a visit to the northern region, and what I witnessed and heard from farmers and millers across the north was deeply troubling. From Fumbisi and Riaga in the Upper East region to Wa Jirapa and Sisala East in Upper West, and from Yagaba and Nasia in northeast to Salaga and Bole in Savannah, one painful truth echoed everywhere. Our rice farmers are in crisis. The hope that once surrounded Ghana's rice revolution has faded. Farmers who were promised a brighter future through local rice production now find themselves burdened with unsold harvest, mounting debts, and a growing sense of abandonment. And when you read the whole thing, there are many things. The costs are high, markets are not accessible because people who are able to either bring in rice legitimately or sometimes illegitimately by beating customs are able to price their bags much lower than those local producers are able to sell. So there's a paragraph that's titled "The Smuggling Scandals That's Killing Local Rice." Another farmer, Charles Nyaba, who has been deeply involved in rice farming advocacy, spoke passionately about the devastating impact of rice smuggling on local farmers. We are losing the battle because of smuggling rice from our neighboring countries. Burkina Faso and Togo rice is coming in freely and cheaply. They don't pay our taxes, they don't go through our ports, and they sell lower than what we can ever match. How can our farmers ever survive? He goes on and on to analyze and says, until the nation wakes up, until authorities do something about smuggling, and until Ghanaians also choose to patronize their own rice, this is not going to change.
Those things have implication for jobs, and I take you to page 2 of the Economy Times. There's a story there that says jobs availability slumps by 10% as of August 25. This is according to the Bank of Ghana. The story says the number of jobs advertised in selected print and online media, which partially gauges labor demand in the economy, decreased in August 2025. Data from the Bank of Ghana has revealed. Now, this is relative to what was observed in the corresponding period a year ago. Now, in total, 2,799 job adverts were recorded as compared with 3,123 for the same period in 2024. Now, this indicated a decline of about 10.4% year on year.
Meanwhile, the finance minister says he's eyeing 500,000 agri jobs. This is McLean Kofi, Washington DC, reporting that the government is set to roll out a major agri-driven jobs initiative that can create more than 500,000 employment opportunities across the country as part of a new strategy to transform the sector and accelerate inclusive economic growth. Consequently, a comprehensive oil palm plantation policy is being finalized to be captured in the 2026 budget to support the initiative. Finance Minister, who disclosed this, said it was part of a broader push to develop high-value economic crops that can boost rural income, strengthen the country's agro-processing value chain, and reduce dependence on imported raw materials.
Okay.
He gives some details later. He's here photographed with the regional vice president for Africa for IFC, Ethiopia's Tafara. That's the Atu Fosen talking about the oil palm and jobs.
There's still a few economic issues.
That's right. Let me do that before you come in. So 2 quick stories I want to draw your attention to on the front page of the Economic Times. The first one says government is juggling demands of local stakeholders, IMF towards 2026 budget. Tumai here reports on the front page of the paper the Ministry of Finance officials led by the Minister Dr. Kizela Tofosen will this week continue the intense work they engaged in last week towards preparing a national budget for 2026. Now, the budget is expected to accommodate the key concerns and aspirations of a desperate plethora of stakeholders, both local and international, while presenting a workable blueprint for the completion of efforts towards the restoration of microeconomic stability and resumption of sustained growth. Now, the other one concerns the Citi, which is the Ghana currency, right? We are told that it is 60 years today. But the story by Adnan Adams Mohammed says the Ghana Citi is poised to make history as it records its first ever annual appreciation against the US dollar since its redenomination in 2027. Now, according to Bloomberg data, the CD has appreciated by about 16% against the US dollar from the start of October to date, erasing the third quarter depreciation of 14%.
Right, let me take us to the health sectors. There is a lot of frustration in the hospitals. Many public health facilities have been compelled to cope with the fallouts from a software shutdown. Now, the previous days of physical folders have returned with patients clutching exercise books which contain their medical records. Now, the frustration being endured by both patients and medical personnel as a result of the challenge is evident. At the Kolebu Teaching Hospital in Accra, management has directed personnel of all departments to prepare for the adoption of an independent information technical system to replace the shutdown of the Light Wave Health Information Management System, LHIMS. Now, until then, however, the challenges posed by the system persist. Now, if you come to Daybreak, we are told that this Light Wave saga alarm has blown over $100 million health data deal.
Light wave, you mean?
Light wave.
Okay.
So, okay, there's details that the controversy surrounding the $100 million government contract that effectively handed control of Ghana's health data ecosystem to a private foreign firm is far from over. Fresh details emerging indicate that nearly 8 years after the deal was signed, only half of the 800 health facilities promised under the agreement have been completed, despite the $66 million already disbursed from state coffers. In 2019, the government, through the Ministry of Health's National e-Health Project, entered into a contract with Light Wave Health Information Management System. So basically,
the Ministry of Health will address a press conference to address on this matter. It's worrying a number of health facilities, and we're not sure the nature of the contract signed, which sort of makes it impossible for us to, or the hospitals to access patients' data that they need. Let me give you a quick health angle. This is an international story. EU is thinking about copying the US with end-to-aid for the global health funds. Now, if this is true, it will be absolutely catastrophic. The European Commission could stop funding life-saving global health and immunization organization Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, and the Global Fund by 2030, as it looks to boost the bloc's overseas influence in other areas, according to an internal briefing document seen by Euractiv. The document prepared for the EU's Commissioner for International Partnerships said the bloc should, quote, focus on funds where the EU could truly shape governance. Now, don't forget, Donald Trump has cut the Americans' funding to Gavi and the Global Fund, undermining the Global Health Initiative. A few months ago, President Mahama hosted the Africa Health Sovereignty Summit, where we are going to think about how to raise money for our own health. Now, the EU document suggests revising future overseas development aid and introducing sunset clauses for overlapping initiatives such as Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, an organization that aims to improve vaccine access for children in developing countries. If this is true, it will be very, very tragic for access to very critical vaccines.
Staying within the social space, page 4 of the Hawk newspaper has a story that is troubling. Survey reveals 60% of Ghanaian pensioners live in poverty.
Yes, we read that yesterday.
Oh, okay. My mind was nowhere.
And there's also another fact that people like you who are earning income are having to look after old people and young people too because of this matter. It's a very serious. Now, Ghana is losing billions to poor waste management. It's a steady one. So this survey was done by Professor Peter Korte, Professor Botexen and co.
Right.
And it says that a new study by the Institute of Statistical and Economic Research has revealed that Ghana's economy is bleeding billions of cedis annually due to the high cost of poor waste management and sanitation practices. According to the research authored by Professor Peter Korte, Ebo Texan, Iya Adubiawusu, and Dr. Kwame Ajay Mante and Ralph Ama, inadequate investment in proper waste collection, recycling, and disposal has far-reaching economic, environmental, and public health consequences. The study highlights how unsanitary conditions contribute to recurring disease outbreaks such as cholera, resulting in productivity losses, premature death, and diversion of scarce national resources into emergency health.
Talking
issues.
about losses, I take you to the New Republic. Page 10 has a story that says DACF looted and wasted 94 assemblies caught in web of ghost projects, missing trucks, and stolen cash. The story says the 2024 audit of Ghana's Assemblies Common Fund has revealed an alarming level of financial mismanagement across the country's local governance structures, with over half of the net outflow to metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies lost to irregularities. And according to the Auditor General's report, 205.9 million Ghana cedis, representing 56.6% of the 363.9 million Ghana cedis net disbursement to assemblies was missed.
But the final one for me is a caution from an optometrist to parents: don't use breast milk for eye treatment.
Hey, Charlie, I used to do that when I was young.
For babies.
You drop the breast milk on the eye.
Yeah, that's
Was it for, maybe it was a specific kind of condition, but now they're saying
so
that it's
the
not
story,
the best.
the Dr. Godwin Asamoah Ahiakwa is the principal optometrist and head of eye units at the North Municipal Assembly, and he's vehemently cautioned parents against the common yet dangerous practice of applying breast milk to a child's eyes when they observe changes in color or discomfort. His strong advisory was delivered during a special eye screening exercise held at the hospital to commemorate the World Sight Day 2025.
Let me give you two quick stories. Chairman of NDPC says centralized contracts in Accra are robbing local assemblies of millions. Chairman of NDPC, Dr. Nima Thompson, has raised concern over uneven distribution of economic opportunities in Ghana, warning that centralized decision-making continues to deepen inequity between Accra and the rest of the country. Now, he showed some statistic that 86% of all FDI comes to the Greater Accra region, 9% to Ashanti, a few regions get 1%, some regions get nothing at all. And he says this skewed level of development is not good. Then Parliament has summoned the contractor over the Dansoman Sea Defence Project. This is citynewsroom.com. The Parliamentary Select Committee on Works and Housing has directed the contractor working on the Dansoman Sea Defence Project to appear to answer questions regarding the progress and quality of work. According to the committee, nearly 11 months after the project began, members are dissatisfied with the contractor's performance and are calling for a thorough review of the project. Chairman Vincent Opoa Samoa on Monday said the project, which is critical to protecting coastal communities from tidal waves, has encountered several challenges that require urgent attention.
Before we go, page 4 of the New Republic has a story that talks about cash waterfall mechanism scandal. The story by Prince Ahinkra says the Electricity Company of Ghana is once again under scrutiny following revelations in the auditor's report that the state-owned utility overshot its approved expenditure by more than 130%, while simultaneously breaching multiple financial and procurement regulations.
Right.
Now, according to the report, ECG spent 333.96 million Ghana cedis across 13 budget lines, more than double the 144.
Let me give you 3 Africa stories quickly. So, Biya declared winner of Cameroonian election. He's 92 years old. And we also have the results of the Ivorian election. Ouattara 83 secures a 4th term because his biggest rivals were bad. And as if that is not enough, Djibouti is also voting to lift presidential age limits. So Djibouti's parliament has voted to quash a constitutional provision which prevents the head of state from running for office after the age of 75.
Yes.
The vote paves way for the country's 77-year-old leader, Ismail Omar Gelle, to run for a 6th term.
Can you imagine that?
In the April 2026 election.
They don't have Ghanaians.
So very soon, if you are not 80, you can't be president of some parts
Because
of the
we in
world.
Ghana, we can't tolerate that.
So Djibouti's 77-year-old leader,
Yes.
next year he'll be 78, and you go for a 6th term. Ivory Coast 83. He's won, I think, 5 years. So by the time he finishes, like 88. Biya is 92. When he finishes, he'll be 1 year to 100.
Can you imagine? In
We'll
fact,
celebrate his 100th anniversary with the holiday for Africa.
Charlie, look,
AU Day.
the likes of AU, ECOWAS, and these other regional blocks have got to be
What
speaking.
is your problem?
No, the reason is that
Have the Ivorians come to complain to you?
no, they are complaining. I mean, they are beating
They are
them up in
complaining.
the street.
No, Ivorians are not. It's the Cameroonians who are complaining.
No, they are complaining. If you
What is your problem?
the same thing.
They are
you know?
complaining. To be fair,
Charlie, it's
to be
bad.
fair, if you read a couple of stories we've seen, there are protests. For example, All Africa is reporting that Cameroon's Constitutional Council declared Biya president. Unrest in the economic capital Douala left several people dead as the country awaited the results. That was a couple of days ago. The violence happened when supporters of opposition candidate Issa Bakari, who had declared himself winner, gathered in their hundreds demanding the truth of the ballot boxes. So those are just 3 countries. There are more old men.
They should be talking. They won't talk. And then if there is some
Hey,
unconstitutional intervention,
Hey,
hey,
you
we are
do
banned.
that.
There was once a president. He said, "Do for yourself."
Sikaboom. Fidelity Bank say save and win. Muntio. Sikaboom. Just to post it and begin. Every 500 CDs you keep for a month, you get 1 point all at once. More deposits, gets more points in. More points, more cash you feel win. How many points? 1 point every 500 CDs. What if you win? 5,000 CDs monthly. And the grand prize? Hey! 100,000 Ghana CDs.
Don't wait. Visit any Fidelity branch or agent nationwide to deposit in multiples of 500 CDs. The more you deposit, the better your chances to win 5,000 CDs monthly and 100,000 CDs in the grand draw. Terms and conditions apply. Win with us. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Sikaboom.
This is an NLA approved promo, now running on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Oh, jump on now. Go, the go. Google me. I want time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car. Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make I feel the go too small.
Go, the go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
City Business News with Netele Ajaho. Good morning, Netele.
Good morning, Bernard, and good morning out there. Welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News on 97.3 City FM, brought to you by MTN, Valex, and EcoBank. Coming up, President John Dramani Mahama to join the Bank of Ghana to mark 60 years of the local currency, and Ghana City's strong rally expected to stabilize as market momentum eases. This according to Data Bank research. And much later, banks' bad loan write-offs fall 46% to 1 billion Ghana cedis in 2025. Let's settle for the details now. The Bank of Ghana has confirmed that the recent weakness of the US dollar has provided vital support to the Ghana cedi, helping to stabilize the local currency amid persistent pressures in the domestic foreign exchange market. According to the central bank, the dollar declined by about 8% between January and August 2025, driven largely by a slowing US labor market and growing expectations of interest rate cuts by the Federal Reserve. This report has more details.
According to the September 2025 Monetary Policy Report of the Bank of Ghana, the easing dollar, coupled with increased global use of alternative currencies like the Chinese yuan for trade, helped strengthen several emerging market currencies, including the cedi. In Ghana, the cedi faced mixed performance during the period, coming under pressure from high import demand and reduced forex supply due to challenges in the Gold for Forex program and lower remittance inflows. Despite these factors, the local currency still posted significant gains, appreciating by 28.95% against the dollar, 19.49% against the British pound, and 14.08% against the euro on a year-to-date basis, compared to heavy losses over the same period in 2024. The Bank of Ghana maintains that the cedi's near-term stability will depend on sustained high gold prices, improved forex liquidity following new directives to mining companies, and continued fiscal discipline. Positive investor sentiment from the recent IMF program reviews and developments in the U.S. monetary policy are also expected to influence the local currency's performance in the coming months.
Emmanuel Opong filed that Business Desk report, and still on the cedi, Data Bank research has projected that the Ghana cedi will maintain relative stability in the coming weeks, supported by sustained foreign exchange inflows and renewed confidence ahead of the national budget presentation. The research firm highlighted that the reclassification of gold as a top-tier liquidity asset and the Basel III Endgame reforms has strengthened global confidence in hard assets, a trend that could indirectly boost Ghana's reserves and currency outlook. Here is more. Data Bank also cited the expected $385 million disbursement from the International Monetary Fund as a factor reinforcing its near-term optimism for the Ghana cedi. The cedi has recorded one of its strongest rallies in recent months, buoyed by improved market sentiment and steady central bank interventions. On the interbank market, it's appreciated by 9.68% against the dollar to 10 cedis 85 pesos per dollar, 10% against the pound sterling, and 9.16% against the euro to 12.61 pesos per euro. Retail market activity reflected similar momentum, with the local currency advancing 6.53% against the US dollar to close at 12 cedis 25 pesos from 13 cedis, 5.54% against the pound to 16 cedis 25 pesos from 17 cedis 15 pesos, and 5.26% against the euro to 14 cedis 25 pesos. Data Bank attributed the Ghana cedi's sharp appreciation to improved foreign exchange liquidity from the Bank of Ghana, which helped ease negative sentiment and triggered corrective sell-offs by some market participants, unwinding earlier longer positions. The firm concluded that while the Ghana cedi's recent gains may ease as market momentum cools, its outlook remains broadly positive, underpinned by policy support, confidence in Ghana's hard assets, and favorable macroeconomic signals. Meanwhile, Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Esiam, has assured of stronger efforts to promote the exclusive use of the Ghana cedi in domestic transactions, describing dollarization as one of the country's most persistent economic challenges. According to him, the Bank of Ghana will use the cedi at 60 celebrations, which take place today to mark the beginning of renewed confidence in the local currency and a decisive move towards ending dollarization.
The issue of dollarization, I've seen this for many years. I started central banking some 30 years ago. The phenomenon has been there. And so we are tackling it. What can we do to make the local currency the sole legal tender? The local currency will be 60 years, this year. And we want that to mark a new beginning. Because when we use the local currency in all transactions, that enhances the efficiency of monetary policy. It's at the core of most of our problems. And so it's one of the things I would want to be remembered for, that I solved that problem. I made the local currency, the currency of choice. The next thing is to have a central bank that is agile, a central bank that is ready and able to contend with the new challenges that most central banks face.
That was the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Esiama. Now, the Bank of Ghana will today kick off a year-long commemoration of 6 decades of the country's monetary revolution with the official launch of the cedi at 60. The celebration is under the theme 60 Years of the Cedi, a symbol of sovereignty, stability and economic resilience. The cedi at 60 launch takes place today at the Accra International Conference Center with President John Dramani Mahama as the special guest of honor. Introduced on July 19, 1965, the cedi has undergone several reforms and redesigns symbolizing Ghana's economic independence and resilience. According to the Bank of Ghana, the cedi at 60 celebration is not just about history, it's the strategic opportunity to rekindle public confidence in the currency as a cornerstone of national identity and economic stability. Key activities to mark the milestone include regional roadshows, public education campaigns on clean note handling and currency security, as well as youth competitions in art, music and essays to promote awareness of the cedi's legacy. Now, there's a good time to go onto the interbank market, and the dollar is going for 10 cedis 90 pesos, the pound for 14 cedis 50 pesos, and the euro for 12 cedis 72 pesos. Away from the cedi and as concerns over the surge in smuggling intensifies, economic watchers are pushing for an urgent review of the current tax structure to curb the menace. The Food and Beverages Association of Ghana recently issued an alert over the rising smuggling crisis, blaming the situation on high import duties. FABAC further contends that the smuggling situation is draining the economy of billions of cedis monthly. Commenting on the issue, tax analyst Francis Timoboy tells Citi Business News that the concerns by FABAC are valid and further warned that the unchecked situation threatens economic stability.
I think that FABAC is right in linking the high import duties to the increased smuggling that we are witnessing. I would simply go by what the flag bearers were promising. We need to review the tariff structure at the port. The government should realign the import duties to reflect the realities. If you are paying 60-70% of how much you bought the item, it doesn't make business sense to import. One container, if you bought it $50,000, you are likely to pay additional $50,000 in importing it. So why don't we align and enhance the tariff structure? We are likely to save even more than what we are losing when people start smoking.
Francis Timoboy is a tax analyst. And finally, Ghana's banking sector wrote off 1 billion Ghana cedis as bad debt in the first 8 months of 2025, a 46% decline from the 1.95 billion Ghana cedis recorded in the same period last year. That's according to the Bank of Ghana's Domestic Money Bank's income statement for the month of August. The central bank said the write-offs were mainly due to loan losses and depreciation, adding that the sector's overall asset quality improved despite elevated credit risks. The non-performing loan ratio also fell to 20.8% in August 2025, down from the 24.3% a year earlier. When adjusted for fully provisioned loans, the NPL ratio improved further to 6.8% from 10.6%. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News. I am Nete Linete Ajaho. Have a good business day.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s. You lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes.
Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
Hello, Kwame.
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed. So have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change. Powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hey, Ruben. Every 2 seconds notification. The Momo keeps on coming. It keeps on coming, eh?
Ma, I am the community Momo man now. People send money, and with the Momo app, every payment is done. My transactions are flying.
Hey, Aden.
Ma, you didn't know, eh?
Over 2 million Ghana cedis is up for grabs in the Stillman Saka promo. Transact more than 100 Ghana cedis with your Momo app, and you could win daily, weekly, and monthly cash prizes, and 100,000 Ghana cedis grand prize. And it's not just payments and money transfers. Bank to wallet transactions, savings, loans, investments, pensions, POS transactions, and Momo transactions from other partner platforms qualify. This promo runs in collaboration with the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Announcing Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing. Yes, from just 983 Ghana cedis, you can lease a multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Yes, unlimited and free paper every month. Guess what? That's not all. Toners, repairs, and maintenance all are free. And oh, I'm not kidding at all. And we cover the whole country. Yes, the whole country. What are you waiting for? Just visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. I repeat, or call 0244 644048. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Okay, attention schools, offices, print hubs. Why buy a photocopier when you can lease and print unlimited? We're introducing Valex Lease Equip Limited, Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing service. From just 983 Ghana cedis a month, you can lease a reliable multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Absolutely, and you get free paper. That comes with free toners, free cartridges, free repairs, free maintenance, and our services are across the country. Listen, stop spending big on machines, paper, repairs, maintenance. Stop it though. Switch to Valex Lease and keep your cash for what matters most, okay? Visit valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. Remember, customized payment options and packages are available. Terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions. EcoBank is happy to come your way, serving you innovation after the other, pioneering a range of digital-first banking solutions designed for the way we live today. Listen, we've done the mobile app, the EcoBank Pay, the express points across the country. EcoBank is right where you are, unless you are not there. If you are there, dear, we are there too. EcoBank is the better way to bank your way. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. Hello to the boss lady listening to me now. the go-getter, the planner, the do-it-all woman. You're building your business one bold step at a time. Listen, MTN sees you, and we are cheering you every step of the way. That's why we've created the MTN Ejumapa just for you. Listen, it's more than a bundle. It's your new business bestie with special data and call bundles. With that, you stay connected to your customers, suppliers, and everything that helps your business grow. But wait, there is more. MTN Ejumapa also comes with insurance benefits to help protect the business you've worked so hard to build. So it's time to level up, scale up, and shine brighter than ever. Dial star 5060 hash now. Grab your Ejumapa bundle. Let's get to work on your success story together. MTN Ejumapa, powering women in business. Guess who just joined us for kickoff? He's been doing sign language with Abeku. You always don't come with a pen, and you will come and be disturbing Abeku. And you know who it is, right? No, it's not Gabi. It's Benjamin and Ketia. He will bring you kickoff shortly, and that's brought to you by Lesha. You can't say anything. Lesha, who is 15 years old, guys, or 15 years, you, our cherished customers, have trusted us to improve lives across Ghana. As we celebrate this milestone, we say a heartfelt thank you for your loyalty and support. This anniversary is not just about us, it's about you, our customers, partners, and communities who have made this journey possible. Please stay with us, visit any of our branches, or simply call or WhatsApp Nana on 02700 4799 for any of our financial solutions. The Sharehold Ghana, 15 years of improving lives and still counting. How do you want your engine to feel today? Protected, confident, ready to perform? Yeah, like in Ketia's car. Yeah, that one day, I'll give it to him. Not my own. Then go to Shell V Power, bro. Shell V Power has got the Dynaflex technology specially formulated to clean and protect your engine, giving it that boost it needs. It's designed to remove the performance robbing deposits so that your engine performs at its best. So fuel unbeatable because the best choice feels just right. Feel the feeling with Shell V Power. Shell, go well. On that note, Nketia, I'll give you a pen today, okay? Kickoff is next with Nketia.
Now in the headlines this morning, Ghana's Black Queens take on Egypt today at the Accra Sports Stadium in a qualification tie which has been marred by a bonus row. Juventus sack manager Igor Tudor, and in the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs are 4-0 to start the season off another dominant Wemby display. Kickoff is proudly brought to us by Shell V Power, Zonda GH, Politan Ghana, and Letierho. Let's improve life. Let's get into the details now. And Ghana's Black Queens held their final training session at the Accra Sports Stadium despite earlier reports suggesting a possible boycott of Tuesday's decisive clash against Egypt. Now, the session was supervised by head coach Kim Las Biogren, with officials from the Ghana Football Association also in attendance to show their support for the team. Gabi Ofe was at the Accra Sports Stadium and filed this report.
Reports, which emerged on Saturday morning following the Black Queens' 3-0 victory over Egypt in the first leg, focused less on their dominant performance and more on threats of a possible boycott of the return fixture due to unpaid bonuses from the 2024 WAFCON. The situation escalated on Sunday and continued into the early hours of Monday as the team maintained its stance of not honoring the second leg. However, after interventions from GFA President Keto Kreku and other senior officials, including Anthony Baffo, the Queens rescinded their decision and showed up for their final training session. Head coach Kimlas Bjørgren was later asked whether the ongoing bonus issues could affect the team's mentality ahead of Tuesday's decisive clash.
I think they will be ready tomorrow, yes. We have put ourselves in a good situation, of course, with the 3-0 win, but it's just like halftime, so we need to finish and close this door now.
Does that first leg, the 3-0 win against them, does that put you, of course, on a certain level? But how are you looking to override complacency from the team?
I mean, like we said, like it's a good result, but this is our home game, and we want to win in the front of our fans. So we want to do everything we can to win the second game as well. But most important, of course, in the total to win and go to the next WAFCON. The Black Queens, who entered the qualifiers at the second round stage due to their impressive showing at the previous WAFCON, have once again demonstrated their readiness to compete with the top nations. The team is determined to qualify and make a strong impact at next year's tournament. I mean, it feels great. I said after the WAFCON as well, I think the most important thing for Ghana is to always make sure that they are like a top 4 team. Now we finished the 3rd place. We know that we have the potential to win, of course, in the future, but to make sure that every time we are in the tournament, to be at least in the semi-final, sometimes the final, sometimes to win the goal. But the top 4 also, we know in the next tournament is going to take us to the World Cup in Brazil. So that's, of course, an important target, even like I said, that we always want to win.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Football Association issued a statement last night refuting widespread media reports alleging that the sports minister Kofi Adams called the bluff of the Black Queens during a meeting and dared them to boycott the return leg of the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations qualifier against Egypt later today. Now, according to the FA, the claims are false and misleading, emphasizing that no such incident occurred. Let's move on to some other stuff, and let's do some mixed martial arts. The Japanese ambassador to Ghana, His Excellency Hiroshi Yoshimoto, officially launched the 2025 Japanese Ambassadors Cup, a prestigious martial arts championship featuring 4 traditional Japanese martial arts: judo, karate, kendo, and jiu-jitsu. Now, the championships are scheduled to take place on November 15 to 16, 2025 at the DG Hasramani Sports Hall of the Accra Sports Stadium, and the ambassador expresses delight in the joint organization of the tournament by the 4 organizations, praising their enthusiasm and solidarity.
I sincerely hope that this Ambassadors Championship Cup will not only serve as a competitive venue, but will also foster the spiritual growth of every athlete, and above all, that this tournament will produce athletes who will one day proudly represent Ghana on the international stage. These 4 martial arts organizations will continue their active engagement beyond this tournament. That is, they will all participate in a major Japanese cultural event that is called Yosakoi Festival.
Let's move on to Europe now. Juventus have sacked manager Igor Tudor following the side's defeat by Lazio. Now, the Croatian joined the Italian club in March as Thiago Motta's replacement, but the 43-year-old has overseen an 8-match winless run, which has left the club 8th on the Serie A table. Now, defeat against Lazio on Sunday was the side's 3rd consecutive loss in all competitions. Let's get to some other stuff. And Brendan Rodgers has also resigned as Celtic manager amid accusations from major shareholder Dermot Desmond of divisive, misleading and self-serving behavior, and he will be replaced in the interim by former boss Martin O'Neill. Let's get to some other stuff, and this time to the Premier League. And former Man United player Gary Neville says the Premier League title race is Arsenal's to lose after the league leaders opened up a 4-point gap at the top of the table. with their direct rivals all faltering over the weekend. Now, on the weekend, Arsenal are unbeaten since August, registered their 4th straight success, with Liverpool, Man City and Chelsea all losing, meaning the Gunners' closest challengers are currently AFC Bournemouth.
Madness for someone with the experience that I've got of winning titles to say that it's yours to win at this stage, but it really is, honestly, and that's not being overconfident for them. It's not placing undue pressure on them. They must feel it themselves. The Arsenal fans must feel it. They must know that this is the moment that Arsenal can get back on top, and it's an incredibly huge football club who can only ever, in my opinion, measure themselves by winning a Premier League title. This idea for 20 years that we've seen, they've got in the Champions League, and that acceptance of what I would class as failure for a top club. This is a moment for Mikel Arteta, for these players, for Arsenal to sort of represent themselves as being the best in the country. And the chance and the opportunity is there for them. They've got to go and take it.
Now, away from that, Jamie Carragher believes that it is officially crisis time for Liverpool after their 4th straight Premier League defeat to Brentford. Now, Liverpool were beaten by 3-2 over the weekend, which followed defeats to Chelsea, Crystal Palace and also Manchester United.
Actual physicality and height in the team, because right now I don't think they've got enough of it, and losing 4 league games in a row for Brentford would be a disaster. For any promoted team, you'd be looking at each other and think we can't lose 4 on the bounce. To see the champions lose 4 games in a row in the Premier League with the expenditure in the summer, I think we're in crisis time for Liverpool right now, in terms of, there'll be a lot of serious questions getting asked in the dressing room, the manager and the coaching staff, and also the people above the manager and the players as well. When they look at what they've actually spent, the players they've gone out and get, they'll be expecting a lot more.
So you heard Jamie Carragher, former Liverpool defender, speaking on the team's current situation. There's a Carabao Cup action later tonight. Grimsby take on Brentford. There's Wycombe versus Fulham, and then Wrexham are up against Cardiff. In the NBA, there were wins for the Thunder when they played the Mavericks. The San Antonio Spurs continued their excellent start to the season. They are 4-0 of another big Victor Wembanyama performance. You had performances from the 76ers defeating the Magic, and it was rookie VJ Edgecombe doing big things there for them. Tyrese Maxey was also in action, and then the Nuggets also beats the Timberwolves 127-114. That's how we end this morning's edition of Kickoff, proudly brought to us by Shell V Power, Zonda GH, Politan Ghana, and Let's Share Ho, Let's Improve Life. The small sport at citysportsonline.com.
Hey, 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 hey. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. Hey,
if you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama.
Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's share go, we improve your life.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Hey, mama.
Let's share go, we improve your life.
Do you ever wonder how your car's engine is doing as you drive?
Not often.
Does it feel confident and protected, or is it tired and struggling?
I have a busy schedule, so I leave matters of my engine to Shell V Power. With Shell V Power, you can feel confident because it is the best ever fuel designed for performance and efficiency. Shell V Power removes performance rubbing deposits, so you can feel protected.
Fill up with Shell V-Power at a Shell service station near you. Feel confidence, feel protection, and feel performance over and over again with Shell V-Power. Fuel the feeling with Shell V-Power. Go well.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. It's easy to tie your self-worth to spending on that new phone, the designer bag, and fancy dinners. But real value isn't in what you buy, it's in what you build. Start tracking what truly matters: your savings, your skills, and peace of mind, not just social media likes. When you stop spending to impress, your money actually starts working for you. Petra helps you build wealth that does the talking even when you don't. Let's do life together. Dial *44*70# to speak to an advisor today. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of a Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
New Kivo Hot Pepper Powder. This advert is FDA approved.
It's the Electroland Xmas Picky Warmer promotion. Citi is appreciating and Electroland is offering. Buy Nasco LED TV from $6.99 Ghana cedis, and when you buy Nasco French door, you get a free 5-gas cooker. Buy Nasco 425-liter chest freezer and get free 24-inch TV. Now buy the 545 to 800-liter Nasco chest freezers and get free tabletop fridge. Buy selected TCL smart TVs and get free TV wall bracket, air purifier, and professional monitor. Or you can buy TCL side-by-side fridge and get free 24-inch LED TV. Buy the Samsung QLED 4K Neo TVs from 65 to 100-inch and get your free music frame wireless speaker. Buy Samsung DuraCool Twin Cooling Plus and get free blender or 4-burner gas cooker. Now rush to Electroland showrooms or authorized dealers in Ghana. Call 050-315-9339 or visit www.electrolandgh.com.
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interests will be. But you can help her get a strong start with good nutrition. Yum Vita, made with the goodness of milk, plus Nutri-V, is a delicious, nutrient-rich cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, older ones love it too. Give your baby good nutrition for a strong start. Yum Vita is available in other yummy variants. Yum Vita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you ready to unlock the next big thing? It's a universe of endless possibilities. Get ready to be part of this universe.
Imagine a home where comfort meets quality and energy savings, where every warm shower feels perfect. That's the everyday luxury you enjoy with Ariston water heaters, with Italian quality built to last for your family's comfort. With its cutting-edge technology, smart power-saving features, experience hot water on demand, and energy savings for comforting warmth every morning. Upgrade your home with a trusted quality of Ariston water heaters today. For more information, visit our website www.ariston.com.
Whether you're buying water from your favorite spot in Osu, shopping online for the latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, click. So many options, yet so easy. With layers of security protecting every payment, your money stays safe. From Trotro to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for MasterCard today. MasterCard. Safe, convenient, priceless.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Looking out across the night, the city winks a sleepless eye. Yeah, her voice shake my window, sweet seducing sighs. Get me out into the nighttime, for walls won't hold me tonight.
Unleashing the power of
If this town is just an fool, then let me take a bite.
7:37 City Breakfast Show. Today is Tuesday, the 28th day of October. Happens to be the birthday of a number of people. Good morning, team. Happy 10th to my lovely daughter, Ohima Sewa Osei of Zion Hill, Montessori. Admire you grow from the moment you were born until today. You've been one of the greatest joys of my life. May your birthday be filled with all the happiness and love you deserve from Daddy Ohiniba Ahinkra Osei, aka Ascona Jr. and the family. Wishing Afel Money, former GJ president, a happy birthday. And to my lovely wife Harriet Minta Asiedu, a son. Thank you for loving me for your birthday and coming near. I will love you more than ever. My happiness, or may happiness be yours forever. From your husband Clement Kofi Bizo and the children Adom 1 and Adom 2. To Harriet Minta Asiedu Esu. Happy birthday to Priscilla Habada of My Help Your Help Foundation. From Nicholas Kofi, president and founder of the NGO. To Roland Teiba, partner tech and transformation Deloitte. And to Theresa Somoa of tax and legal. And Joshua Lin Adakwa, a hearing of strategy, risk and transactions from your country managing partner Deloitte, Daniel Kojo Owusu. Don't forget, the birthday requests on this program are proudly brought to you by MasterCard. Don't just spend, MasterCard it. You can either tap or scan or insert your card. Makes payment easy. Leave cash in the past, go to your bank and switch to MasterCard today to be on your way to something truly special. JIPC, in collaboration with Ministry of Trade and Industry and the 24-hour Secretariat and the GEPA, are kicking off the regional investment roadshows with the Volta and OT tours. Started yesterday, the 27th, is on to 31st, on the theme Driving Local Investment, Unlocking Regional Potential. They visit other regions as well. So today, Tuesday, October 28th, they will have the program at the University of Health and Allied Sciences in Ho, and in the OT region on Thursday, October 30 at the Bosachu Hotel. For more information, call 0244670301. That's Zainabu or Yolanda on 0203801687. Remember, Ghana is open for business. Do you want a stress-free retirement? Do you want to become a fulfilled retiree even in sickness? Think about it this way. Today you're strong, healthy, working, earning income and living a life. But life we know is unpredictable. Sickness or accidents could occur. What's the best insurance or fallback when this happens? SNP provides contributors of the scheme who are incapacitated with a monthly pension due to their inability to work or to due to ability to work until death. So once you're a member of SNIT scheme and a regular contributor, in the event you have a permanent disability or sickness or accident, SNIT steps in to pay. Sign up for SNIT now. Call 0302 611 622. SNIT will deliver on our promise. VW is coming with a big bang. We are opening the first of its kind, Sub-Saharan Africa, a showroom here in Accra at the Atlantic Towers. It's happening tomorrow. Now we're taking advantage of this to offer some brand new cars for your used car budget. Call us on 025 638 6896. VW has a very nice range from the Virtus to the T1 Allspace to the all-new Touareg, the Terramont and the Amarok. Drive VW, drive local. Terms and conditions apply. And rise on the property ladder with a house from Afro Arab Properties. It could be 1, 2, 3 or 4 bedroom homes. We've covered you at prime locations: Manette, Spintex, East Legon Hills, Santor, Ashley-Botwe, Tema Committee 25, Old Ningo, Amasama, Apollonia. The list goes on. Afro Arab also have a fantastic payment plan. You can pay within 5 years with no interest. Call 0551 753 231 or go to afroarabproperties.com. And those of you who import cars, well, if you're bringing in a car from the US or Canada, get the faxed first with duty to go. Check import duty costs. Verify if the car has been reported stolen, and even see its original auction photos before you buy. Download the duty to go now on the Google Play Store or the App Store. Call or WhatsApp 0302 902 719. Duty to go. Rethink tomorrow. Today. All right, we'll be bringing you a quick update on what we did in the northern region over the weekend. That's coming up shortly. Geoffrey, what did you make of the announcement by the cabinet that ministers should not announce policies that have not been cleared by cabinet?
Yeah,
I thought it was quite interesting.
I found it interesting, but I also think it's necessary because, it feeds into the conversation, the main argument or the main point that we're making yesterday about there being far more important things to discuss, but most of the time we tend to go for the ones that are fantastical and popular and generate buzz and debate for people to think that, oh, there is something actually happening, but ends up also bringing undue heat to the government that is not prepared, because then people start having expectations. Okay, you say you're going to do this, when are we implementing it? So the government then has to defend perhaps a position that it is not even ready to implement, but simply has become, but it's based on something somebody said on a platform somewhere.
Then it becomes a problem.
Exactly. So I think they just want to be better prepared for some of these things, to say, okay, whatever it is that you're saying on that platform is something that we have all agreed as a government to do, that we can all back, that we can all explain, because to have a statement come out and then the ministry later to issue a statement and say, oh, we're clarifying that.
Yeah.
We have too many clarifications when government ministers speak. I've said this on this program
this is
before.
many ministries.
A lot.
Yeah.
We do not need these situations where every time a government official speaks, clarification is required. It is not good.
Yeah.
Okay. A second thing for me, just quickly before you do your great thing, Bernard, sticking with education, I'm going to read something to you. I urge the Ghana Education Service to take some action on this.
Go ahead, please.
So
So what are you reading to me so that I
want to read it.
Beware.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to issue a disclaimer. Parents, just pay small attention and muzzle.
You read it before you tell me where it is
where
from.
it's from, and then because I want people to think about it. Perhaps I am misreading it.
Okay.
And then
clean slate.
Clean slate.
So read it and let me see.
Okay, give me 1 minute. So I'm just reading 2 pages from a book.
Okay.
All right. So it says, surprisingly enough, whenever these students, especially the girls, visited Joe and he was not around, the old man took advantage of his wife's absence to send one of them into his chamber to bring him a book. Unfortunately for this man, he was too old and wretched to be loved by these young girls, so he always lost the game. Perhaps this inferior tactics might have contributed a lot to his failure, because no young girl would like her friends to know that she was flirting with an old man who would not pay anything. The old man's failure made him jealous, and he began to keep surveillance on Joe to be sure he was not taking advantage of his work. This self-appointed watchman never saw anything for some months, as the girls came in a group and left in a group. Still not satisfied, he always accused Joe of being too free with the students and even claimed he saw one boy drinking whiskey with Joe, whereas in actual fact he did not see the boy bringing the whiskey to Joe's house, but did not see him drinking. All this is one sentence. So now, keep this. I'm going to read another page to you.
From the same material.
From the same material.
Mercy.
With the ceremonies over, Joe and his mates settled down to pursue academic work. Joe's most favorite subject was Latin, which was then taught by a stern English missionary by name Miss George. Joe liked one particular saying in their book, Latin for today. That is, Poma mala maculant bona, serce mali amici maculant puerum bonum. Meaning, bad apples spoil good ones. Certainly bad friends will spoil good boys. Almost all the time, however, Joe fell into the company of bad boys. Joe befriended a half-caste by name Gomez, who taught him how to smoke. I'm reading. He was a chain smoker and at times smoked marijuana. It happened one day that some group of boys, including Joe and Gomez, were suspected of smoking and were lined up. The housemaster began scenting smoke from their fingertips and mouth. Those found to have smoked were instantly slapped in the face. Gomez saved the situation by putting his right fingers into his anus. And when the housemaster put Gomez's fingers into his nose, he nearly collapsed. He could afterwards not continue with the exercise and set the rest free. So
I think I've heard enough.
Yes.
What are you reading?
I am reading a book for 7-year-olds. Ghana Education Service, certified.
A book for 7-year-olds?
Yes, class 2.
Grade 2?
Grade 2.
What subject?
It's called The Village Teacher. Written by Kwejo Dafoe.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
So this is grade 2?
This is grade 2.
English comprehension?
This is grade 2.
Oh, come on. Come on.
So the reason why I'm reading this is a parent sent this to me. Very, very worried. And I'm happy that...
For public schools?
Yeah, it is for a Ghana Education Service approved book. It's part of the
for
curriculum.
Grade 2?
Grade 2, 7-year-olds.
Oh, come on.
That is why I read it without telling you where it was from.
But why are they telling grade 2s about a man with young girls wanting something and jealousy, and then a man putting his hand in his anus, smoking weed? Class 2?
Class 2. So...
jealousy of an old man befriending a small girl.
But and it's not even just the story or the themes. Okay, it is the syntax is off, the grammar is poor, everything is poor. How are you teaching English with words like inferior tactics
and using words like half caste?
That's jargon. That's slang.
Yeah,
you understand? And so I'm saying
GES approved.
Oh yes. So a parent sends this to me.
Can
Very upset.
Email the parent sent
so the parent says, "Dear Akutu, I trust you are well.
Yes.
I am a worried parent writing to express my shock over a book given to my 7-year-old boy in school. The book, The Village Teacher by Kwejo Dafoe, approved by the Ghana Education Service, contains scenes of rape, smoking weed, idol worship, murder, and even sexual affairs between a student and a teacher. A paragraph makes reference to a student, Gomez, and I just read that, sticking his finger into his anus so the head teacher wouldn't smell weed on him.
Grade 2.
Yes. I was heartbroken reading it. How can such disturbing content be handed to innocent children in class 2? Our children deserve stories that build character, not ones that corrupt their minds. I am pleading with your station to help bring this issue to light so that the Ministry of Education and GS take immediate action to withdraw this material and review what is being circulated in our schools. Thank you for being a voice of parents who simply want the best for their children. Warm regards, Chumberima Afuakwa. Now,
can you take pictures or
yes,
excerpts of the book for me?
I have.
So that I can also
the quick point I want to make
pass
is
it through my system.
You see, the themes that they are trying to teach, there are ways that they can teach it
without
using such language. So it makes me wonder who certified the person who wrote the book, because to be able to work with such themes for kids at that level,
who cleared it?
There must be a certain skill applied. You can teach the kids about avoiding bad drugs, about avoiding bad friends, about avoiding relationships in a certain way.
The way this is written,
but the way this is written this might be for 15-year-olds or 16-year-olds or 18-year-olds, but
Grade
certainly
2.
not 7-year-olds.
What's the author of the book?
Kwejo.
And the title of the book is what?
The Village Teacher. So this morning, in addition,
No, send it
I'm sending it
to
don't
me
worry.
and Sky. I think Sky. Right. I think you need to forward this to the education minister with a cover note that this is completely unacceptable.
Okay.
And actually, let's call for a review of the main materials, because you see, this could just be one. Okay, and you know this thing. Every time we take our eye off it, some books are smuggled in that are inappropriate. This is not the first time.
I've been bringing you the books.
So what I'm saying is that this could be one of many.
Yes.
So we should actually call for a lot of these materials from grade 1 to grade 6 and look at it ourselves. I'm sure there could be more. This is completely unacceptable for even grade 5.
Bernard, I'm telling you, look, I find time for the.
You have time for these
I
things?
have time for these things. I read the textbooks for the kids. I go through the grade books a lot. Bernard, look, there was a day I sent a message to a history. You know, I'm a history buff. I did history.
Yeah.
And I told the teacher that he was teaching 5th grade history, that some of the themes that he was teaching the kids had evolved. He was teaching themes from the 1980s on colonialism.
Pre-FK Bua.
Yes. And I was like, so has there not been
an additional
upgrade of these matters? There is new knowledge on these things. Basically, you are putting the kids in a box on some of these matters. So by the time they become aware of the new knowledge that exists on this, their mind is already complicated. And look, like I said, nobody is against the character building aspects of this. It's important that kids know these things. But my point is the language that is being used
because
and the themes that are, and the manner in which the themes are being addressed.
Even the thing the guy did, I know where he came from. It's not grade 2 material.
This is for 16, 17-year-olds.
It's really bad.
So the Ghana Education Service, like I said, they have bigger problems. Somebody, I don't know who sits down to review
this material,
but I think there should be a bit more rigor, because that is where the learning is taking place. This is key.
The sentences were too long, poorly written.
That's what I'm even saying. The grammar is bad.
If this person wrote this for literacy challenge, they will fail. The grammar is bad. There is too long with long. I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Thank you for raising it.
Yeah, I just want to say something quickly. I thank you for raising the matter. It's an important matter, and as Bernard said, I think we should take it up at another level. Just quickly to moderate the email that came in. You know, the email talked about idol worship.
Yes.
I think,
but that's the communication to him. It's not in the book.
Yeah, no, but because he said it publicly.
That's why I also raised the issue that whatever it is the concerns the parents have, there are different ways of dealing with the language.
Let's not.
My issue is more to do with the characterization of idol.
Because that's also
yes, it's part of
somebody's religion.
Yeah, that's right. So let's not demonize that aspect. Yes.
So, but I think you should take up the challenge because you are an experienced parliamentary correspondent and a lawyer.
Yes,
so I think you should convey the concerns of this parent to the Minister of Education, because I don't think this is appropriate for any primary level. It is poor writing, and I'm worried about this type of thing going through. So many things to talk about this week. We've highlighted the road crash issue. We may not get into it today. We've also highlighted growing stories around smuggling. Yesterday, the FABAG announced through a press conference that local manufacturers and local agri companies were dying because every month you lose 300 million cedis to smuggling of rice and sugar. Today we have a story that says we lose $1.1 billion per annum to smuggling of cocoa outside. So in the case of the rice and the sugar, it's smuggling in. All right, and then we're also now being told that rice farmers in parts of the north are complaining about lack of access to markets, also because people are able to bring in rice, particularly from the northern and the eastern borders, into the country without paying any duty, and therefore collapsing the market. We actually held a fair in the northern part of Ghana, northern region to be precise. So how did it go? What did we seek to achieve? Did we achieve our aim? We'll speak to Mr. Atamensa briefly on this as we continue this advocacy-driven programming. So, Mr. Tamesa, welcome to the program. So, over the weekend...
First of all, I think you have not addressed him properly. The man is coming from his jurisdiction, jury proper, and you are calling me a Tamesa.
We have only 5 minutes.
No, but do the need.
No,
let's go.
What is his proper name? Dankpalana or something.
One of those things. Yes.
Don't mind him. Just focus on the topic. Don't mind this guy. He's not even mentioning the thing right.
No. I went there by private capacity as a media man.
So, yesterday I saw something when I was interviewing Moy Thompson. He was showing me a data set that said 86% of FDI in the country comes to Accra, Greater Accra. 9% goes to Ashanti. Then about 6 regions get to 1% each. Some regions don't even get half a percentage. And he said that if that skewed level of development, and then he also said Greater Accra region has 43% of Ghana's GDP, and Accra City has 37%. So the development is completely miscued. So you have places like Savannah and Northern region, which have a very minuscule share of development. And he showed that on the chart. So it was interesting that we took the agri-fair, we took the This is Ghana idea to Tamale. What were we trying to achieve? What were we trying to see? And how did it go based on the 2 days you went there?
Thank you, Bernard. And we are back from Tamale intact. Everything went well.
Welcome back.
Thank you. The whole idea was to showcase what they have there to the rest of the world. So the model that we have used in Accra, where you draw crowds and entertainment and try and generate purchases, wasn't the same as we did in Tamale. Tamale was to get them together to tell their stories, and then we in turn tell the story to the rest of Ghana and the rest of the world. And all together we had 120 exhibitors for the 2-day fair, spanning different sectors, food and beverage, art and craft, clothing and textiles, and then the typical FMCG,
cosmetics,
especially cosmetics and stuff like that.
So if you look at the span of products, which one would you say dominated? Was it the clothing? Was it the food? Was it the cosmetics?
In terms of the potential for economic development, I'll go for the cosmetics first, and then the art and craft.
Cosmetics, art and craft,
followed by textiles.
Okay.
And clothing. Yeah.
And in terms of gender distribution of the exhibitors, mostly male or female?
Mostly female.
Mostly female.
Mostly female. Yes.
I see.
Yes.
So, how was it? What was the feeling like?
Well,
what was the
for them, it's they do some of these gatherings, exhibitions from time to time, but the scale was something that was really appreciated. To have 120 exhibitors at the same venue was something that doesn't happen often there, and also the energies that were displayed by our sponsors, also was of the essence.
So essentially, for the sponsors to support a drive to showcase things made in that part of the country,
I'm telling you,
come in their numbers. It was a good one for the people in Tamale.
Yes.
Were exhibitors only from the northern region, from other regions?
The exhibitors largely came from all 5 northern regions.
Wonderful.
Especially Upper East, Bolgatanga, Navrongo area, and then the Savannah area. They all came from the different regions, So it was a fair, but it was also a business jamboree where,
nice.
But look, Bernard, I think it was for me, it was an eye opener. Apart from the food which we normally are familiar with, I mean the cosmetics that I saw there,
made predominantly from what?
From shea.
Okay.
The shea products. I mean, Bernard, it will compete anywhere in the world. It will compete anywhere in the world.
In terms of packaging or the product
the product quality, packaging, look and feel. I mean, people are doing stuff. People are doing stuff, and we are very, very pleased to have been able to do this. Courtesy EcoBank, GEPA, Ghana Enterprise Agency, Side Hustle,
So what role did Ghana Enterprise Agency play? Because I think they were suggesting they were going to bring some businesses to exhibit.
Yeah, they brought.
Okay.
They have the incubation programs that they do for small businesses, and they've been very active. And so they always have groups of people who are already in one business or another. So they were there, brought some of their exhibitors, same as Ghana Export Promotion.
The big issue for a lot of these people is access to visibility and markets. So usually supermarkets would not place local products, and they will also have terms that will be inimical to small producers.
That's correct.
So how critical was it to showcase these brands, and also was there an intention to help them meet off-takers and distribution outlets? Because I think that's the main issue now.
Yes, I think you make the point. I actually ran into people who had traveled. They were not exhibitors. I met a gentleman who had traveled from Sunyani just to look at the products on offering so he can buy off.
Correct.
And I met another one from Accra. He said, I came from Accra.
So I can be sourcing using the Ghanaian
to come and source. So I physically met two of them. So that suggests that there could be more people who had come for the same purpose. So yes, there are people who would come there to come and see what is on offer so they can start their businesses. But the issue of visibility comes also on the other side with capacity building. There are some of them, the moment they are hit with increased demand, they break down.
And they are not able to meet the same quality.
They are not able to. So, and I think that's the gap that Ghana Enterprise Agency is trying to fill with capacity building. Ghana Export Promotion Authority building capacities for SMEs. And so far, they've done a good job. But we need to scale up.
Do you see these things becoming or evolving into permanent markets? Because, we always talk about access to markets. Now, you cannot force a retail chain to put somebody's shea butter on their shelf. So what you do is that every quarter you organize a program. But there's a feeling that there needs to be some permanent marketplace, so that...
As in physical location?
Possibly.
Or market as in the exchanges, demand and supply market.
The latter, so that it doesn't become episodic.
That's correct. Yesterday I was watching you and Nimoy, and I was just processing this whole thing. That look, when foreign and international companies are coming to invest in your country, they are not coming as a Red Cross. They are not coming because they want to come and do you a favor. They are coming because they need returns, and so, based on the science of data they have, they make choices of the location where the industries should be. But on our side, we should be more actively involved in packaging the destinations so that it will attract. And I think the GIPC is doing something like that when they are now focusing on the regions. And I think it's a perfect approach to building destinations for investment. Because if you go to the north, unfortunately, GIPC was not part of what we did. But
GEPA was there.
GEPA was there.
And then Ghana Enterprise Agency was there. Okay.
If you go to the north and you have $1 million today to invest, I'll just go straight into the cosmetic industry. Why? Because it's an everyday use product line. It's easily accessible on the shelves in most supermarkets. It is good quality. It will outdo a lot of the competition from Southeast Asia and the rest of the world. So it is there for us to take. You understand? So our effort was to create the platform to create better awareness. And this is exactly
I have two more questions for you. What next? So we've done This is Ghana in September, and now we've done Northern Business Fair in October.
Yes.
What's going to happen before Christmas?
We have Agri-Fair.
Where is it happening?
At the Children's Park.
We are back in Accra.
Yes,
With the Agri-Fair.
Agri-Fair. Agri-Fair is a big deal because it's the Christmas edition of Agri-Fair.
Christmas edition. I'll bring you back to talk about that
yes,
on
please.
a different program. Second question, did you bring the shea butter?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
The
Otherwise,
proper one.
Otherwise,
Oh, yeah.
Unadulterated.
Oh, no. The banner says he was
I wanted raw shea butter.
No, that unless we order.
It will affect your salary. I need shea butter.
It's shea butter proper.
No, he says he wants the original.
I don't want them to add anything.
Nothing.
Just shea
He
butter.
says his skin can only handle
They
that
just
one.
put it in milk kunku
And send it
bring
to
it to
him.
me.
But now there's plenty.
No,
here.
I want it from the north.
You get.
You didn't get. You didn't bring.
Charlie, be careful what you pray for.
You didn't bring. All right, thank you, Samins. So he'll be back. We'll talk about the Agri-Fair on a different program. These days, I use only shea butter for my hair. I told you that a friend of mine told me that I shouldn't put anything on my skin that I can't put in my mouth. So now, I'm not spoiling anybody's business. But for me, everything I use has to be plant-based. Because the skin is the body's largest organ. So if I put something made from some chemical that I can't eat into my on my skin, it will still find its way into my bloodstream. So now I use shea butter for my hair. I don't have a hair cream. You know, we used to do waves.
But I can still see the waves. So.
But I use Inkuto.
I still see the waves.
So I use shea butter for my hair. I don't use.
Shea butter still gives him the result.
For almost 2 years, I've been using spotting waves.
Yes, I.
So now I use Inkuto raw. In my hair.
I use shea butter only as well.
Because I don't want. If you import spotting waves, I'm not saying anything about your business, but I don't use it. I use shea butter for my hair. Unbranded shea butter for my hair.
Charlie, what does guy use for his hair?
Let me see. No, he doesn't have hair to use anything. He doesn't have anything to use. Okay, remove the hat. Let's see.
Why should I prove that? You are alleging. Why did you have evidence? Why should I prove that?
So I'm talking about it.
But I know you don't like having hair on your head. You prefer hair on your beard.
I like cutting my hair.
So I actually want to ask him if he brought hair cream made from shea.
Yokumi.
Yeah, because I use Yokumi on my head.
Hey,
No, but you can use the raw shea for your hair.
But I feel like there should be hair creams that can give us the waves without the petroleum.
Why are the waves so
It's
important?
nice.
No, so you see what
It's called spotting waves. When you were in school,
When you
did you
brush
like
it.
guys who had waves?
No.
You brush it.
Oh yeah, we are dog. When you brush your waves,
there's a form you have
and
these
you
days.
know a boy. You know a boy.
I know a boy. A
Yeah,
boy
you
is
do a
nice.
boy.
The line.
Yeah,
you
it
have
be
a-
rough.
yeah.
Sorry, a
No,
boy.
there's a form you have these days
Yeah.
which gives
They
you
use it
a
for the
different
locks.
version. Yes, the
They
locks,
use for the
you know.
tiny locks.
Which is also
Plant-based.
Yeah,
Which one?
No, that's not plant. Foam.
I'm asking for a plant
Yeah, some
based.
foam. It has some
A phone.
texture. Foam.
And for your rasta.
Yeah, that's right. No, it's not Rasta.
Rasta kwanyanya. All right, Charlie, let's focus. 8 minutes past 8. Second social media trends brought to you by First Bank. Congratulations to the following for emerging as winners in the September edition of the First Bank Ghana Use and Win promo. Oredu Ojepong, Richard Kwache, Runze Deng, Joseph Money, and Maxwell Safo Boateng, amongst others. Now, how did they win? Dial *894# for everyday transactions or use the First mobile app, and you could win some great prizes. Call 059-6921-921. First Bank, you first. Okay. Edwin, what's trending?
Well, first DVLA is trending heavy because there's a videos shared online of an interaction. Heated interaction, exactly, between the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, chairperson, sorry, I beg your pardon, chairperson of the Public Accounts Committee, Abduna Osei, and the DVLA boss, Julius Nikwe Kote. So it was over the planned rollout of the digital vehicle number plates. The chairperson was worried about potential privacy issues and revelations of citizens' data, and it led to a whole heated interaction, as Kakra says, because she was worried, wondering whether surnames or the names of the owners of the plates would appear on the plates. And then he said that they don't do that. But then she also countered by saying that people have their names on customized plates. But then the whole conversation got very heated, and eventually it was clarified that with the new plates, there aren't going to be any names on the plates. People will use the plates forever once they register their cars to the plates. Even when they change their cars, they will use the same plate. So the whole conversation got heated. People reacting online, claiming both sides, depending on who they supported, were very disrespectful in how they approach the issue and how they approach the conversation, the tone of the conversation, and the words and were used by both of them. So that's what's trending online. People sharing the videos.
That's like controversy.
Yeah, but I think the bigger issue is the privacy issues emerging there. Because, Bernard, look, the governments are doing all kinds of things in the name of protecting us, when in fact the fallout could well be a big hit we take as citizens in the area of privacy. You don't want a situation where you go, what you are doing there becomes the business of government, to the extent that you are acting lawfully. But governments almost always, in many cases, have ulterior motives for some of these things. So we need to be careful. Yes, they want to fix the problems in the area, but we need to interrogate properly all of these solutions, including
the committee was trying to ascertain. All right.
Okay, so we'll move on to Cameroon, which is also trending because Paul Biya, 92-year-old Paul Biya, has secured his 8th successive term as president. He will be 99 when he ends the next term in office. So the official outcome, he won with 53.7%, ahead of Chimura Bakari's 35.2%. So the opposition, supporters of the opposition candidates have been clashing with security forces in the days leading up to the polls, and obviously people aren't happy because of the age, first of all, and of course,
should a 92-year-old person be leading a country?
That's the question.
Maybe you could say the Queen when she was, but the Queen as a head of state was not actively governing.
Exactly, they had a prime minister.
So maybe they should convert him into like some ceremonial president and have a prime minister or something. I don't know. By the way, do they have a prime minister, Sky? Do you know?
No, I've not followed that.
You know, some of these countries, they do have presidents who appoint prime ministers. Because I feel like for 92, I don't know if
but he's not really been running that country. I mean, he always is in Europe, somewhere in France or Switzerland.
People have this expression, corpus mentis or something.
Yeah, but that's
what's the word?
No, I'm not sure it is proper.
Let me do that. No, it's a challenge. And this morning I added 2. So Cote d'Ivoire, the president has won a 4th term and is 83, and I think the term is at least 4 or 5 years. So he's probably going to be 87ish. Then Djibouti's 77-year-old president has also managed to get parliament to remove age limit, and he's gunning for another 5-year term or so next year when he's going to be 78. So, and it's something we've seen before, his Kamuzu Banda, Malawi, and all those guys. So
while people are Singbe also recently made some amendments to the constitution.
It's not that old, but the idea of the term limit being removed is a big problem.
And recharacterization of his role in that country.
So they will change it, and then you say I'm prime minister. It's a bit like Russia. You come and make Medvedev the president small, then you come back. Charlie.
So while people are talking about the age, they are also saying, there are others who are saying that once it's in the law that the person can contest the elections, there's nothing you can say about it. But then it raises the issue of presidents or governments that change the term limits to suit the candidate or governing person.
Let's allow every country to figure it out for themselves. Just that we should also remind them that whatever they do affects the rest of us. So even though we can't interfere in their internal affairs, we must let them know that we are watching closely.
Clement Atangana, who is the president of the Constitutional Council, who announced the decision yesterday or 2 days ago. Charlie, the man to grow.
But no, check for me. There was a photo circulating on my secondary school platform of the so-called cabinet of the Cameroon government. I'm not sure if it's true because it has about 8 people, all of who are above 85. And some of and I've not been able to comment on it because sometimes people do these things to exacerbate the point. For example, they said the guy who's the chief of staff is like some 94-year-old guy. There's some other guy who's like national security coordinator. It's like very, very old men. and they all put them on that artwork. So I don't know if it's maybe I'll send it to you so you can verify for me. It's circulating a lot. It's here. So you have Paul Biya 92, Clement Atangana.
He was born
91.
in 1941.
Claude, and then there's some guy called Claude Mecca, Chief of Staff 91. Marcel Niat, President of Senate 84. Lauren Esso, Minister of Justice 83. Kavaye Yegwe, Speaker of Assembly 85.
Well, I'm on their constitutional council.
Is it true?
I'm on their constitutional council, at least for Clement Atangana.
He's 91?
Well, he was born in 1941. If he was August 20, 1941. So if you do the calculation, how old is he?
1941, he can't be 91.
19, so the
because 1941 is he will be 59 by the year 2000, and then you add 25 to 59. He couldn't be 91. So the artwork is misleading.
Misleading. Okay.
Okay, so the final thing that's trending, the State of Global Air Report. So that came out for 2020.
84 actually, if you do the math.
84, not 91, yes. Go ahead.
So that came out for 2025. And in Ghana, 32,500 people died from air pollution in 2023. So that's a 2% rise from the previous year. In West Africa, Central, Southern, and East Africa, the deaths are 137 per 100,000 people. So
it's killing more people than even some of the infectious diseases.
Exactly. It's actually the second biggest cause of early death around the world, only behind
bad air.
Yes, bad air. Only behind high blood pressure.
Serious?
Yes. So it's definitely a major issue for
the irony,
countries around the world.
They called it malaria because they thought it came from bad air, because they misunderstood that it was caused by Anopheles. And we've come 100 years now to discover that bad air actually does kill.
Yeah.
Because initially the Western doctors couldn't figure out malaria, which is why if you go to places like Ridge, they built houses which were raised above the ground because they felt that if you were closer to the ground, you would get malaria. So they built houses literally on stilts, thinking that their closeness to the ground was part of the reason they were dying from malaria. So now we realize that bad air actually does kill, and it kills worse than malaria. So it's quite interesting.
There were actually 7.9 million deaths in 2023, which means that for every 8 deaths, 1 of them would be from air pollution. So it's a major issue. To address our issue, the EPA passed an air quality LI in June of this year. So it will give the EPA more powers to limit the emissions from vehicles, companies.
In Ghana, everything is a law waiting to be made. So the first instinct of a Ghanaian policy maker is when there's a problem, let's create a law to give us more power, and let's change from a board to an authority,
and give me more powers.
And then let's allow people to misbehave. So we create authorities, yet people are so irresponsible.
So we've passed this law. People are burning rubbish at all times.
We are citing cement factories near
residential areas.
And there was a recent report that people are washing gold in residences.
And we are doing galamsey, but yet we need more power to create new laws so we can have challenges. The whole society is messed up. Anyway,
we move on to tech news, and there's something that's been trending online that China have moved to ban influencers who don't hold diplomas or degrees from talking about professional issues like medical issues, financial issues, law and education. So the social media platforms like Weibo have been told to ensure that people have qualifications before they offer advice on such issues: medical, law, finance, education. So it's something that's expected to expand to other.
We should do that here.
Even
media houses
countries.
should not be bringing people to opine on things which are technical without their knowledge. We should even start. Even though people say China's one of the things they do, they are good though.
Yeah, because look, you have no idea how platforms like that can mislead a whole lot of people. There are people who follow
relatives who forward to you.
That I've been blasting them all the time.
You will get something.
They are the worst.
Charlie, if you eat, and then they will argue with you the whole day.
Me, I'm telling you.
As if I'm telling you, you listen. Charlie, fake news is messing up the society. They say if you eat this thing, you will get this thing.
Yes.
If you drink this thing, you will get this. Then they will recommend some other one. That some man went and he has learnt it and he's come to save us, and we don't want to listen.
So they fine you?
Yes.
So what the Chinese government do?
So the social media platform is fined about 100,000 yuan, which is about $14,000 if you fail to comply.
I think this is better than what our people are contemplating. This is actually much better. So this platform itself must not give people who don't have the qualification the right to do such.
To offer advice on these sensitive matters.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good one. We will study it. Thank you, Edwin. That was a long edition of Tech and Social Media Trends.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Auntie T, I beg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I feel handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, if you get your own data and call packages, falla! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want town. Dial *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
You looking for a bank to rely on? Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Would we see to bank be no lie? Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe, universal banking ain't in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no many time to wait. Now I got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt, they tell me office a chilly, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best, I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west, everything is you first. Woo! Nobody feed do, I'm like us, First Bank we treat you first. Somebody see yeah. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Ready to take your next step in your education? Don't miss the International Education Fair happening on the 5th of November 2025 at Palms by Eagles Hotel Airport, formerly Holiday Inn. Meet top universities from Canada, UK, and USA. Explore courses, scholarships, and career options. Free entry, free advice, and a future full of possibilities. Your future starts here at the International Education Fair, powered by Apply Board, happening on the 5th of November 2025 at Palms by Eagles Hotel. See you there. For more information, contact +233 5945 69881. This event is powered by Apply Board.
Sankofa, pepper soup where you know what, pepper sankofa, sankofa pepper powder, a shishi raw. Sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder.
FDA, Aji Ejadi Nkrato Yatum.
Red recite ho. No way. Nexus cable metal iron one to the biomo. Nexus cable metal fossil. At flexible. And now conduit cable 5,000 cities Rukobiara or 1Q distributor. And now one retailer Biara. Joe receipt. And now invoice. For who phone? Get your invoice. And now receipt a picture. Fuck WhatsApp numbers 055 255 7781 and 053-101-8643. Damedana! Obaye sika! Wowo mono do! Na senyi phone edi botwa we invoice picture. E botu use to distribute na ni phone no. Let's send we invoice. Dem mom sika na. Obaba wa phone no do. So Nexans cable. Or ISO certified. Made in Ghana papa B. To we invoice ko WhatsApp number si there. Na WhatsApp Rebecca cashback.
Radio more dead.
Nexans cable metal. Electricity no get leg. It be Nexans cable metal cable the carrier.
Channel One TV has a way of telling their stories. Stories that empower change. Capturing the trending issues, delving into our communities, getting out the voices that matter.
Almost 13 to 16 people were under the ground and it collapsed on them. Yesterday we were able to make it and remove 8 of them and 4 were dead.
Channel One Newsroom, CNR, brings you an exhaustive coverage of the day's news. 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
Don't mine in forest reserves, and always when you've created a mess, clean it up. The laws are there. So it's not that you need more laws, it is just that you need more enforcement.
Channel One Newsroom captures the exact news temperature of the nation. From the northern, western, eastern, and southern parts of Ghana, Channel One Newsroom, CNR's got you covered.
Let's speak to the core issues in terms of how we can prevent professionals who have been given the mandate to teach our children, and for this matter, the old children's standard of care, and how they can live up to expectation.
8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
How can somebody wake and you tell the person I appreciate you for 10 good months? I can't stand it. I'm owing rent. What should I do to be able to pay my rent? I don't understand. They should pay us. Enough is enough.
CNR, telling your stories, empowering change. Catch CNR on Channel 1 TV at 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
Allez, allez, we shout hooray. Disneyland Paris, we're on our way. Buy Indomie noodles, take a look inside. A comic and a code is what you'll find. Go to Indomie Ghana, type it in. That's how easy it is to win. Flat screen TVs, PS5 also. So many prizes just waiting for you. Get all 9 comics, don't delay. You could go to Paris, Italy. Indomie noodles will make your day.
It's time to take the next step toward your dreams. Admissions are now open for our January 2026 intake at Lancaster University, Ghana. Experience world-class education, global opportunities, and an unforgettable experience right here in Ghana. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Apply today and begin your journey to success with Lancaster University, Ghana. Your future starts now.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
.30 Absa Bank Ghana has great news for you. Banking just got a whole lot easier. With Absa Agency Banking, you can deposit cash, withdraw money, and pay your bills quickly, safely, and conveniently. No need to travel far or wait in line. It's banking made simple, and it's right where you are. You can be part of this. It's a great way to earn extra income, grow your business, and help bring banking closer to the people. If you're a business owner or someone who loves serving your community, why not become an Absa Bank agent today? Call 053-103-6610 or go to absa.com.ga to apply. Absa Agency Banking, fast, easy, and secure. Yumvita infant cereal with milk is making feeding time with baby easy. With 3 delicious flavors, including wheat and maize, wheat and rice. Baby gets a variety of cereals, enriched with vitamin or Nutri-V, containing 16 essential vitamins and minerals, including zinc, iron, and calcium. Yumvita, good nutrition for a strong start. With Enterprise Advantage points, customers can rack up points and score awesome rewards just by making purchases, renewing policies, and more, all through their self-service portal or the Enterprise Advantage app. Visit my.enterprisegroup.net.gh or download the Enterprise Advantage app today. Enterprise at your advantage. Kickstart your day with the irresistible chocolatey goodness of Twisco, enriched with NF4, a combination of energy-boosting minerals and vitamins, including B, C, D, and iron. At just 2 cedis, you can treat yourself and your little ones to a rich, delightful, chocolatey taste of Twisco. Head to your nearest store and grab your Twisco 20-gram sachet, 400-gram sachet, or 400-gram tin today. Twisco, power your dream. First Atlantic Bank, we're proud to be crowned Digital Bank of the Year, not once, but twice, back to back. It's a celebration of our commitment and relentless drive to give you the ultimate convenience in digital banking. Whether it's through our app, internet banking, USSD, or any of our seamless platforms, we make sure your banking experience is truly safe, fast, and secure. Join the Pebble family today and experience the true meaning of smart banking. First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. A few comments coming in on a number of things,
and then we can move on. So, Godfred, this textbook issue is no joke. As PTA chairman of my school, I can tell you we faced serious problems with the quality of some textbooks approved by NACA, from shocking grammar mistakes to wrong illustrations and outright factual errors. Because of this, we formed a special review committee last year made up of teachers and parents to scrutinize every book publishers submit to the school for approval. And trust me, what you've seen is child's play compared to what we've encountered. Some of these books contain glaring errors and even touch on highly sensitive tribal and religious matters. We've had to reject quite a number of titles from certain notorious publishers. So this person then goes and says, yes, let's keep shining the light on the school curriculum, and NACA is long overdue. Ya from Pongpo Village says, how can class 2 students be given such material to read? This is unacceptable. Bernard and team, moral standards and character building should be a collaboration between parents and teachers. Religion, on the other hand, should be taught at home by parents only. Samson from Tema. Good morning, Citi CBS. The most worrying thing is that teachers who are supposed to know better left the same mistakes from the textbook without editing and hand them as notes to the children. I had to confront one training teacher and almost reported her to her supervisors for extension of her training period at the College of Education. This is how bad the educational system has become. This is Koku from Oyibi.
Get ready, Accra, because something exciting is coming your way. UMB presents the maiden edition of the UMB Customer Experience Fair, a power-packed day of connection, innovation, and celebration. Come and explore customer exhibitions from agribusiness, pharmaceuticals, clothing, stationery and manufacturing, to automobile, beauty and wellness, food and beverages, and more. It's on Friday, 31st October from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the UMB head office, Airport City, Accra. Experience how UMB is redefining customer service with speed at UMB Customer Experience Fair. Call 0302633988 or toll free 0800 100 880. UMB proudly serving Ghana since 1972. G&J Technical Services understands that some moments just should never be interrupted. We keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. Visit gjtechghana.com. G&J, your energy partner. Cowbell's got you in mind with our premium, rich in essential vitamins and minerals, packing high protein of almost 24%, perfect companion for your porridge, cereals, and beverages. We also have the handy 14 gram or 23 gram sachet, selling at 2 Cedis and 3.5 Cedis respectively. That's the vital rich value that Cowbell gives in an unmatched way. Cowbell, our creamy goodness. All right, now let me turn my attention to another worrying issue. So, Sky, I'm genuinely very concerned about poor enforcement, and I think we need to expose lack of enforcement of rules across the country.
Mm-hmm.
I think they manifest themselves a lot these days in the way people drive. This morning, Kakra was late because a truck. You explain yourself. Why were you late?
I mean, I got to the fire service headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
I think at 7 o'clock, and it took me more than 30 minutes to drive up the Sankara Circle,
the ramp,
take the circle, only to realize that there's a huge truck with a bucket's load of scrap that's broken down just at the point where you climb up towards the Ridge Road, and then you shift onto your left and join the main road.
Yes, please.
And the portion that was, or the space that you could use was so small that we had to climb the pavement. And so for the 4x4s, it was easier if your car was slightly bigger but those driving the Uber kind or the smaller really had to struggle with that. Yeah. So we had to, and it took some time because the traffic coming from Kokomlemle Circle thereabouts, they were a bit unruly as well because the police kept insisting that they needed to stop so that those who were stuck in the circle could also move.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of tension there about, but eventually that's what we had to do. We had to, I can't say squeeze, but we had to drive over the pavement just to get onto
So for
Ridge.
vehicles like yours with low clearance, you probably will be destroying parts of your vehicle.
Yes, that probably you didn't even notice.
Yeah. Thing is that road traffic enforcement is very poor in Ghana. And I keep saying this, we've changed Road Safety Commission to Road Safety Authority. We can't feel it.
No.
You know, and I keep saying that in Ghana, the first instinct is let's give the guy more power on paper. He doesn't have the power to do anything. People are driving things that don't qualify to be vehicles, contraptions. There's this business of carrying scrap from one part of the city to another. It causes a lot of traffic. There's another bunch who use cement, I call them cement redistribution companies. Basically, they have cement in a bucket of a vehicle, cement mixers. And they redistribute the cement all over. Now, when you go on the new Flower Pot interchange, some smart Alec has started depositing cement.
Yeah, I think I saw that this morning.
This thing had been with us in front of the tunnel traffic light for years. We just finished clearing it. I don't see any enforcement. I don't see any interest in protecting public property. I see people do the craziest things on our roads and nobody does anything to them. Yet we have police on the roadside always asking you for your driver's license. And I don't understand what they want the driver's license for. You are seeing people Anyway, that's not my focus. I'm broadening the discussion around enforcement of rules. Okay. Now, there's a couple of trending stories that I think Kaka should read for us. Because, Kai, smuggling is becoming a big thing. And it appears to me, in recent times, it's gotten very serious. We have 3 straight days of news stories highlighting the effects. Let's start with the one the Fabak brought to us.
So this is reported by the High Street Journal. The headline reads, Ghana loses over 300 million Ghana cedis monthly to sugar rice smuggling. Ghana loses major revenue as widespread smuggling of sugar, rice and other goods undermines local industries, government income and economic stability. And this was published October 27, 2025 by Ni Mama Boy. And the story reads, the Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, FABAG, has issued an urgent warning about a widespread smuggling crisis, revealing that the nation is losing an estimated 300 million cedis in revenue each month from just sugar and rice alone. This illicit trade is severely undermining local industries and depriving the government of tax revenue. Data shared by FABAG President John Awini illustrates a shift in trade patterns driven by smuggling. He stated that while Ghana now officially imports 660 containers of sugar per month, a total of 2,200 containers per month are entering through Togo. This figure represents a jump from the 2,000 containers per year that used to come through Togo, indicating an escalating problem. FABAG estimates that nationwide unmonitored smuggling activities are costing Ghana hundreds of millions in cedis every week. This revenue drain threatens economic stability, diminishes investor confidence, and jeopardizes jobs in the manufacturing and distribution sectors. The association describes the situation as a double tragedy. Legitimate businesses grapple with rising operational costs, heavy taxation, and complex port procedures, while smugglers operate freely, flooding the market with untaxed and often substandard goods. Essential commodities such as rice, cooking oil, sugar, alcoholic beverages, and textiles are being extensively smuggled into the country through both official and unofficial border points. This not only creates an unfair market for compliant businesses, but also starves the government of revenue needed for national development. The current smuggling crisis is not an isolated issue. It reflects a broader systemic challenge that has affected other key Ghanaian industries, notably the cocoa sector, which accounts for about 15% of the nation's GDP. In the 2023 and 2024 period, over 160,000 tons of cocoa worth approximately 1.28 billion euros were smuggled out of Ghana to neighboring countries like Cote d'Ivoire and Togo. This was largely driven by higher prices offered in neighboring countries and sometimes delayed payments to farmers within Ghana. The government has acknowledged the problem. In September 2024, the Cocoa Board created an anti-smuggling task force which, with military assistance, intercepted 1,400 bags of cocoa and made over 20 arrests. President John Mahama has also suggested new legislation to criminalize the clearing of cocoa farms for mining. International projects have aimed to help Ghana control its borders. The EU-funded Strengthening Border Security in Ghana (SBS Ghana) project, implemented in collaboration with the Ghana Immigration Service, was active until December 2024. Its goals included updating border management systems and enhancing security while respecting human rights. FABAG is calling for immediate and decisive action from government.
Okay. Let's talk to the president of FABAG, John Awuni, for more on this. Mr. Awuni, thanks for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard, and good morning to your viewers and listeners.
300 million cedis a month is a very big figure. How did you arrive at that as the effect of smuggling?
Thank you so much, Bernard, and that's a very great question. Apparently, the figure was arrived at looking at the number of containers that currently go through the Togo port and go through a Aflao border into Ghana. You look at a container, how much duties you have to pay, the tax elements. That is what you multiply per container by the number of containers that come into the country illicitly. So that's how the figure was arrived at. So this is just in terms of duties and the taxes. If it were to go through Tema Port, that is what approximately you would have paid. Remember, the importers they know how much container, approximately how much you pay for sugar per container. You know how much you pay for sugar, for rice per container. So this is how the mathematics is done approximately.
Now, what are the top items that are smuggled? And are we talking smuggling into the country or out of the country?
First of all, we are talking about smuggling into the country and key commodities. Let me put it in perspective that smuggling is an old phenomenon, but it tends to peak from time to time when certain dynamics change within the country. And so in the past, it used traditionally have been rice and sugar, and then some bits of cooking oil. But as demand for goods, as taxes in the country begin to go higher, import duties begin to go higher, and then demand also falls within the market frame. Then players begin to look at the fact that, well, if we can produce in Nigeria with cheaper power, if we can get goods from Nigeria and then go through Benin, through Togo, and get into the country, less the taxes, we will be more competitive than those who are produced within this country with the higher tariffs, electricity and water tariffs with the higher taxes and then all that. So clearly, you are looking at the commodities that have now gone beyond oil, we've gone beyond rice, sugar, to cooking oil, to textiles, to, the fast-moving commodities, FMCGs. I don't want to mention, but literally, most Coca-Cola products come through that. They just undermine the legitimate businesses in the country. And you remember, Bernard, I think on one of the stations, yours also, just last week also, the Minister of Trade also was there complaining about how cement is smuggled into the country, and then I also saw stories where cooking oil also is coming. People have complained about cooking oil. It is all over the place, basically because the conditions within the country produced locally and also the taxes are not favorable. So people just want to find ways of bringing these goods. So it is widespread, including hair products, including pomade, including everything.
So is it that the cost of production in our neighboring countries is lower, for which reason it's attractive, or is it the port duties that they avoid that makes them competitive?
They are twofold. The port duties is huge. If you were to bring in goods from Togo, and even you pay some bit of money to the custom officers at the border, and then you bring them in, you would have saved almost about 40 or so % of the taxes, because if you bring in, say, like rice or oil, your average taxes would have paid would be almost like 50-54%. So if you can avoid that, paying some bit of money to the custom officers at the borders, then you would have saved, you would be miles, about 30-40% margin ahead of those who have brought in through the tema. So that is basically what it is. If we talk about smuggling, you are not talking about the issue people using roads that are hidden that you cannot find and all that. They use the road, the borders. They cross the borders. They go through the immigration officers, go through the custom officers. They go through all those borders and they pay them. So it is just private people that tend to make money through the smuggling people. Private government officials that make the money. Then it's just that like they hide and they are the blind side of officials.
Let me try and understand something. Are FABAG members predominantly importers of the products they sell or manufacturers?
Oh, we are mixed. We are mixed. Like I mentioned, Coca-Cola is part of our companies, our members. They produce locally here. And so when you have French products or Nigerian products coming in, or you have the PS, the alcoholic beverages, they are members of FABAC. So we are a mixed bag. Manufacturers are there, and then the importers too are there. So it's a huge mixed bag, and the manufacturers are huge. There are many. And these are people that we for way forward for the development of this country. We are talking about manufacturing, industrialization. And you cannot continue to talk about focus on industrialization with key commodities that are supposed to be produced in the country being undermined. You can also not talk about even increasing taxes for the common ordinary person on the street when you cannot even protect the revenue that legitimately you should have collected. And so that is, for me, Bernard, I am so much appalled sometimes when you get to understand that the bit of what is happening, we take pictures and we send even to government officials, and their action is very different. Sometimes their action is like, yes, it appears we are aware about it. It is not anything new, or they are our members, they are our party people, they are kind of stuff. So their action is like, oh well, let it happen. So
are you saying that you officially report these smugglers to government officials and they are unwilling to act? Is that what you're suggesting?
Well, I wouldn't say they are unwilling to act, but I have shared. But the response will tell you that you don't see anything happening. We get pictures. It's not as if you just come out to the media and start crying wolf, 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 wolf. No. We work in collaboration with them. And I am a nation developer. I'm an advocate for development. I'm just not attacking government policies or fighting or whatever. I'm looking for the best for the youth of this country. I'm looking for the best for the industry of this country. So when we get this intelligence, you share. You take pictures of trucks that are crossing borders. You take pictures of goods that are written in French, just literally displayed in our market. Our country, the laws of the Food and Drugs Authority and Standards Authority demands that goods that are labeled must be labeled in English. We are an English-speaking country. So under no circumstance should you find French label products in the market. How did those goods get into the market? Where are the post-market surveillance activities of the Food and Drugs Authority and then the rest? So it is not as if it is difficult to find out the smuggled product.
You mentioned rice and sugar and cooking oil and textiles.
Cooking oil, textiles.
Do we know the source of these products and which border points are known for this type of smuggling activity?
Yes, we do. They come through, most of them come through, some for the rice and sugar, most of them will come through Europe because the containers, instead of going through the Tema port, will be landed at the Togo port. Some of them will through Côte d'Ivoire. And sometimes, let me make this point before I continue. The dynamics, it depends on which government is in power. If the NPP is in power, then there is a Ivorian border that becomes more active because it appears to Kumasi their stronghold. So their members will use that. If the NDC is in power, the Togo border becomes more active. And because over there, too, their members are stronger. So they come through that. So
hold on. So you are saying that when NDC is in power, the Togo border appears to be the favorite route of the smugglers. When NPP is in power, the Ivorian side
Ivorian border exactly tends to be. And this is this is years that we've done. And I've gotten even certain media and even people who are in government authority involved in the time past, over 20 years series. So I've been on this. If you go through, I've been on this. So it is not something that it's something that we have studied. I've even sponsored certain investigators to go and bring the goods from Côte d'Ivoire, from Togo through the border and show us how the things come through. And it is very plain that officials are also collude and then in all this. But going back to the question that you asked, that what question?
Yes, no. So I'm saying that you're saying that there's a political cycle to this. That in MPP days, the Côte d'Ivoire border is the favorite, and in NDC times. Now let's talk about something else. So, will producing in Ghana reduce the effect of smuggling? Let me give you an example. Rice, okay? Rice farmers say nobody's buying their rice. How is it possible that somebody can bring in rice from a different country, sometimes produced in Vietnam or Thailand, and the rice will still be cheaper than the rice that is made in Ghana? I don't understand it. Are you able to explain that to me?
I can explain that, but Bernard, that is a huge topic because, me and you have been on this thing for over almost 30 years. We have been on this for over 20 years. It's not today we started discussing about the rice issue or whatever. Generally, Bernard, the production cost in Ghana is very high. So when you find that recently, I have been on the fact that efficiency before tariffs. When you look at the tariff rate for production, tariff rate for light, particularly electricity, I wouldn't go to the water. The water tariff rates are relatively lower. But when you look at electricity tariff rates and you study the industrial and commercial tariff rates for Europe, for Africa, for West Africa, in the sub-region, Ghana is at the top. So you cannot have a production system where your tariff rates, industrial and commercial tariff rates, are very high. Then they are very high, and then you can and electricity is the foundation cost of every production system in the country. most of the irrigation systems use power. If you go to the Wenya, go to whatever, and they use power. So our production cost literally is very high, Bernard. And then also, if you find out that economies of mass scale production. So most of these chicken that come in from Brazil and all those places, and then the rice and whatever, they come in mass scale. These are economy people, years of specialization, and give them room for economies of mass scale production per unit cost is lower. And so they come in like that. But for my state, and I remember I was the president of the Ghana Rice Interprofessional Body in 2004 up to 2008. And so I've lived and I have gone through all over. Our production system is quite rudimentary for now. We are relying mostly on labor intensive and then also rainfall. And so our production system is quite expensive now. It's quite expensive. So, and then the quality doesn't match our own. So when you look at our systems, we need a lot of improvement for our rice, not even talk about for sugar, we are not there for our rice. And so it basically boils down to the cost of production, Bernard, and then the quality. So you have the rice coming from Vietnam, coming from Thailand, coming from India. It will be very difficult for Ghana to produce competitively to India and then Vietnam and then all that.
So finally,
it's a matter of competitive advantage that they have.
Which duty bearer's job is it to clamp down on this smuggling? Is it the immigration? Is it the customs? Who do you think has the responsibility to do this?
The GRA falls under the Ministry of Finance. I have sent pictures of trucks, goods labeled in French, to the ministry. I have done that over and over, even to other government officials. I have shared those information, but we don't see anything being done. I remember yesterday somebody was telling me that, a media person called and was trying to tell me that, let's organize stakeholders and we see how the government GRA can help you people to combat smuggling. So I got angry. I said, GRA help us too. It's not as if helping far back people. It's helping the country and helping themselves because they are struggling to meet revenue targets. And so the custom officers are under the GRA Commissioner General. The border officials are under some of them are under Interior and some of them are under National Security. They have a mixed bag of officials that are there. So National Security, Minister of State, and the Minister of Finance. They need to work. If they really want to raise additional revenue or more revenue or to protect the public purse, they need to work on that and to also protect jobs. Because the private sector is already struggling, as I indicated in our statement. We are struggling. Demand for goods have dropped by 70%. And so if the government does not rise up to protect the borders, there's more motivation to smuggle the goods into the country and sell quickly than to go through TEMA and pay the 54% total taxes and then struggle in the market. Because most of the goods that come into the country are credit-rated goods. They are on suppliers' credit. And you will literally have 1 month to turn those stocks over to sell, to pay back your suppliers. And in the face of unstable foreign currency, you will really want to send those goods as quick as possible. So whatever means you will do to ensure that those goods are turned over as quick as possible, you will do. So it is in the interest of government to rise up to protect the borders, protect the borders and protect the pest, and also ensure that the Food and Drugs Authority and then all other organizations that are mandated to do post-market surveillance to ensure sanity in our market, they will go and then do that. When you go and find out the food is labeled in French, Milo is labeled in French, Coca-Cola is labeled in French, rice is labeled in French, textiles and all that, ask them how they got the things in. And then they will then begin to explain. So these miscreants are being emboldened because of the weakness of the government over the years.
Thank you for your time. John Awuni is the president of the Food and Beverage Association of Ghana. He reveals that the issue of smuggling has gotten to unbearable proportions to the extent that FABAG, which comprises food and beverage manufacturers, are really struggling. He says, notorious among the products, rice, sugar, cooking oil. He says there appears to be a political cycle to this. When NDC is in government, the Togo border seems to be the preferred destination or the entry port. MPP time is Cote d'Ivoire. Now, what is interesting is that the Ghana Statistical Service did a survey of what they call informal trade. Okay, and I think what they found is useful for this discussion. It's called the Ghana Informal Cross-Border Trade Survey, which I think concluded that Ghana has a trade deficit, informal trade deficit with Togo, but a surplus with Burkina Faso and Cote d'Ivoire. And it will be good to get some more details about how the study was done, what period they did the study. This October 2024 report. Okay, October 2025. October 2025, but this is quarter 4 2024. Now, I found that interesting because Q4 24 will suggest that that's the previous administration being in office. So how come you have a trade deficit with Togo informally and then a trade surplus with Burkina Faso and Cote d'Ivoire in a time where the previous government was in office? I don't know whether that makes any sense at all. But we are told that informal cross-border trade reached 7.4 billion cedis, equivalent to 4.3% of our GDP, with a trade surplus of 576 million cedis to Burkina Faso and Cote d'Ivoire of 378, but a deficit of 539 million with Togo. Beverages, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic, dominated export, while cooking oil, rice, and livestock were leading imports. The Upper East region accounted for the highest informal export activity, 15 times that of the least active savannah. And then they also break down some of the findings, and they have some priorities they want to comment on. I want to do another interview on this to put a bit more meat on the discussion. And if you are a trader or a company that manufactures, what are your own comments on this? Oscar Kwame Akaba Novihoho is the national coordinator of the National Cross-Border Women Traders Association. Oscar, thanks for joining the program. I just spoke to Fabak, who are telling us that smuggling of rice, sugar, and cooking oil and textiles into Ghana is increasing, and it's affecting manufacturers and local producers. Number two, I've just read the highlights of the Statistical Services informal cross-border trade report, and it suggests that a lot of activity, it seems to be happening on the Upper East and the Volta side of our borders. In fact, the Togo, we have a trade deficit with Togo, which means that more goods are coming in from Togo than we are sending there, and we have a trade surplus with Burkina Faso and Ivory Coast. What's your preliminary comment from the perspective of informal women in trade? What's your comment on what we put out so far?
Yes, thank you very much, Bernard, for giving us this opportunity. First of all, National Cross-Border Women Traders Association. It's an organization under the ECOWAS where we have three main objectives. One, facilitate movement of the cross-border women traders. Two, facilitate compliance with custom procedures in terms of revenue generation cycle. And three, to facilitate access to markets and financing. So, based on those premises, the report Statistical Service has brought out is a very important survey and outcome they have brought out to tell the whole country that there is something going on which policymakers and others should take a look at. Now, the narrative of you said a group said there is high increase of smuggling. What data is it alluding to? What is it talking about? We are saying that in local producers in Ghana, what are the issues? Get to us. Let's show you the way where to market your product the most. Just like the survey has indicated by what's the name? Ghana Statistical Service. Export from Ghana It is we, the traders, who takes your product out there. But import to Ghana, we have signed a lot of trade agreements within the ECOWAS sub-region. Let our local producers also try to see how they can be competitive enough for us to be able to send their product to the other side. I hope you understand. Let me give you an example. Rice produced in Ghana here now, okay? If you compare our rice to other Africa, especially the ECOWAS sub-region, our rice is the best. But the issue about pricing of the product is one of the major challenges. So why won't the woman want to go and buy? Though our rice is the best, but can our local people be able to afford the price we are giving to our own people in this country?
So you're saying that the informal traders may prefer to source their rice from another country because it's cheaper. But I think the point is, if they paid the real tax or they paid the tariff, then it wouldn't be as cheap as it is. So the issue is, you are able to sell your rice cheaper than the local producer because they bring it in and avoid the tariff, which is what smuggling is, right?
No. You see, 80% of our cross-border women traders now pass through the main borders, and they pay tariff, they pay duty. So if go to Aflao, go to Cote d'Ivoire, and go to Elubo, and go to Paga. Check the records of revenue generations that are coming from those sectors into the country. Compare it to export that is going to. You will see that revenue is generated far more. All targets that were set in previous years, all those entry points are getting their revenue targets reached. You understand? So it is not about not paying tariffs. It is about paying tariffs, doing the right way. But our local producers, we are not saying they are not doing well. They are doing well, but let them also look at their pricing model. Let me give you another example. Guineas, Malta Guineas. Until September, the price of Malta Guineas, when coming from Nigeria, is far double than that of the price in Ghana is far double than the one coming from Nigeria. Which of the traders or the consumers, why wouldn't they want to go and buy that one?
And the one coming from Nigeria, do they pay? Does it come through the official port?
I am telling you, it comes to the official port.
And with the duty, it's still cheaper than the one made in Ghana.
I'm not saying the duty. There is a difference between duty and there is a difference between domestic taxes.
No, I'm saying that the Malta Guineas from Nigeria that is brought in through the official channel, as you claim, if we add duty to even that container, you are saying that the selling price is still cheaper than the one produced in Ghana?
It's even cheaper than the one produced in Ghana. I'm telling you.
So retailers prefer to bring in the product from Nigeria than to buy from the Ghanaian manufacturer?
Because the Ghanaian manufacturer price is 2 times, even if the person brings it from Nigeria. These are the reality on the ground that we should sit down as a country, sit and find out what the solution is. It's not just about issuing statement and saying, there's smuggling or whatever it is.
I'll actually need numbers to believe what you are telling me, because I doubt it that a product from Nigeria which has gone through official channels will still be cheaper than a product produced in Ghana. I find it very hard to believe.
You see, we don't say things just in a vacuum. We have our document. I will want to come to your station and bring you document to show. You understand? We'll bring you valid document to show that 80% or more of our members go through the same port, go through the same borders. Okay? Even under ETLS. You see, like that is why I'm telling you, we have trade agreements in our sub-region. When you go through ETLS, you have certificate of origin, you know where the product is coming, and you go through the right way. Product cannot be that expensive This is where our traders are enjoying. That is why they are even going there, because it goes through a certain process. And it's only the issues of non-tariff barriers that we face in the Ghana side are the only challenges our traders. But if they talk about pricing, if they talk about regulations and rules, our women are doing far, far more better in terms of compliance. So I don't know where this message is coming from.
Okay.
I don't know what data he's also talking about. Look at the Statistical Service report. Look at where it is coming from. When they were there, we said, no, okay, we want them to actually get these figures right. And truly, bringing 7.4 billion into the economy from just informal small-scale traders, it means there is something that we can get more if we go by the rules,
all right,
the recommendations that the Statistical Service is bringing out.
Fair enough. I'll speak to the Statistical Service myself. The questions I was putting to you were from the mouth of Fabag. Statistical Service has not described you as a smuggler, or has not described your members as smugglers. They did the research that just gave us the figures of what they call informal trade. They did not characterize that as smuggling. It was the Fabag that is characterizing that. So let me speak to Statistical Service and then see if I can come back to you. So thank you for talking to us. We are trying to get to the bottom of this issue of the increased speed of smuggling of specific products, rice, sugar, cooking oil, and then the smuggling of cocoa outside the country. The High Street Journal did a story today, and I think Francisca have the story as well, where they say that Ghana loses $1.1 billion worth of money.
1.28 million euros.
Yes, but there's another story that has this in dollars, where they pick the smuggling of our cocoa. So we lose revenue in two ways. People bring in rice, people bring in sugar, people bring in cooking oil, and don't pay duties. And then they affect local producers and they evade taxes. Then people smuggle cocoa beans outside the country and also deprive the country of revenue to the tune of 1.2 billion. So we're losing both ways because of our porous borders. So let's speak to the team that did the work for the Statistical Service to even understand the terms they use, because I think that's where it will give the thing context. Professor Dominic Odum is the head of trade statistics at the Ghana Statistical Service. Prof, I want to thank you first for joining us, and also for the report you produced. I think we got it last week, the Ghana Informal Cross-Border Survey, Trade Survey. Good morning and thanks for joining us, Prof.
Good morning, Bernard.
Wonderful. So what informed this particular study, and will this be the first of its kind?
Okay, thank you very much, and good morning to your listeners. So let me first start by saying that I am not professor, I am Mr.
Forgive me, on the phone number sent to me, they are written Prof, so forgive me.
That's fine. Yeah, so the survey, Informal Cross-Border Trade, is something that has been an African problem. So in 2022, the African Union set up a task force to help member states to be able to collect data on informal cross-border trade. So the concept around this is, most of our economies are a bit informal. So there's a lot of movement of goods across our land borders. And so far, countries have not been able to measure, to know the magnitude, such that policies can be enacted to be able to help those who are into this petty trading and informal and cross-border trade.
I see. So, what would you say was the most important thing you found? At least from the top of my head, I saw that for the period, and I think this is Q4 2024, we had a trade deficit informal with Togo and a surplus with Burkina Faso and Cote d'Ivoire. That was what caught my attention. Is it the most important finding? If it is, what does it actually mean?
Yes, so as we are aware, when it comes to trade, the more you're able to export, the better in most cases. So the finding, like you rightly said, we are experiencing surpluses. We are sending more to Burkina Faso and Cote d'Ivoire, and then we are sending less to Togo. That is, we are taking more from Togo. So from the report, it is important that policy begin to look at it, and then we take advantage of areas that we can produce and our immediate neighbors have need for such commodities. So if you look at Togo, I'm not with the report now, but you realize that most of the things that we are actually taking from Togo, we also have some capacity to be able to produce in-house. So these are the areas we expect policymakers, businesses, and even individuals to look at the report, look at the things that we are sending or we are bringing, and then see how best we can improve on the production of such commodities.
The report, from what I see, noted alcoholic beverages being the largest share in Burkina Faso, soft drinks the largest export to Togo, sugar being the principal export to Cote d'Ivoire. And then for import, cooking oil was the main product imported from Togo and Cote d'Ivoire, while cows were the top import from Burkina Faso. So that's the information we put there. My challenge is, what's the difference between informal trade and smuggling? You get me?
Okay.
Is there a way we can distinguish the two?
Okay, so yeah, thank you very much for this question. So it helps for us to put the findings in context. Now, so informal cross-border trade, first of all, is not illegal. Now, let me give you an example. If I live on this side of the border, and then if I walk just about 200 meters, there's a market on the other side. As rational as we are all, I would prefer to cross the border and grab some stacks of rice and come back than to trek for about 15 kilometers to a market that is in country. So you realize that these are daily way of life for these people who live around the border. That is one. And then secondly, there are also, in terms of the customs procedures, there are certain commodities that when they don't hit a certain threshold, customs will not really require you to pass a declaration. So for such items, when they are passing, then customs will say, okay, this is below a certain threshold, so just pass. So that is what we at Ghana Statistical Service have tried to measure. So we did this. We first did a profiling, and then we identified 321 crossing points, including both gazetted and ungazetted. So our men were placed at all these points, and then we observed on a daily basis people who are coming in and going out with commodities. Now, anything that customs officially record is not part of this exercise that we did. All we did is any official or any crossing, any commodity that is flowing across our borders, which has not gone through the formal customs system, is what we are reporting on. Now, the aspect of illegality or smuggling. Now, so we were at the borders and recording all commodities that are either coming in or going out. First of all, we are not trained to really know whether a good is a legal good, or we are just picking statistics. So once we have picked this data, then we expect other institutions to also pick the data in detail, because we presented the aggregate. Then if there are any commodities that they see that these are not supposed to cross either way, then they can take it up from there.
But if goods come into the country and is not recorded in customs, whether you call it illegal or not, that's evading tax, is it not? And I mean, because at least my basic understanding is that a product that enters a country must pay duty. So if a product comes into a country and you record it in your observation, but does not go through the customs system, why don't you want to describe it as smuggling?
No, so like I said, for example, let's take the ECOWAS sub-region. In the ECOWAS sub-region, we are trading under a scheme, which is the ETLS, the ECOWAS Trade Liberalization Scheme, which allows certain kind of commodities to move freely, quota-free, duty-free. So, for example, moving, let's say, fresh vegetables from one country to the other, if they meet certain requirements under the ETLS, there is not supposed to be payment of any duties of such. So these are the contexts in which, and again, now, the informal cross-border trade, like I said, one, we need to also see it from the perspective of livelihood. Like from the example I gave you, if I cross to the border and there's a market 100 meters away, and then the market in country is about, let's say, 15 kilometers away, then you would expect this border indigents to just cross, buy a bag of rice, enter, and then they use this. So, and then again, in the customs procedure systems, there is a concept called de minimis. That is, certain commodities, if they don't meet a certain threshold, customs have the prerogative to say, okay, this one is below the threshold that you should pass the declaration. So for that matter, you can bring in or take it out.
I see. So the information you've given must be compared with customs' own data, and then they may be able to determine whether some illegality is taking place. But for you, it's more formality and informality, and we'll keep it at that, right?
Yes.
Wonderful. So the ball is in the customs court. Thank you. Are you going to be doing this every quarter, or is it a yearly survey?
Yeah, so this is the first of its kind. What we published is the last quarter of 2024. As we speak, the first quarter of 2025, which is January to March, it's almost ready for publication. So once that is done, we'll give it out to the public. So it's a project that we carried out for 1 year. We started October 2024 and ended in September 2025. But going forward, looking at the findings and how revealing they are, we think that it's something that we should do it on a continuous basis so that policymakers, businesses, individuals can take advantage of the items that we have capacity to produce, and then we can help improve the economy.
Thank you, Dominic Odum, Head of Trade Statistics, Ghana Statistical Service. 21 minutes past 9. We'll take a short break. When we come back, there's more, because some people want to react on the issue of import. Somebody sent me a very interesting message. Now, he says, Bernard, someone took 600 CDs from me a few years ago and did shopping for me from Nigeria. You will be shocked how cheap things are in that country. So it means that groceries from neighboring countries may be cheaper than they are in Ghana. That may give incentive for people to use informal means of bringing them in. The question is, what are we doing about it? We'll take a break. Stay with us.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It's a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement, unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Who is calling me this other one?
Hello. Good evening, Kwame.
Good evening.
We are into baby foods and would like to introduce...
Wait a minute. How did you get my number? You just use ways and means to find people's numbers and be calling them by heart. No respect for privacy or anything at all.
Oh, Bra Kwame.
Is your business privacy ready? Do you collect and use information of people in your line of work, like their name, number, location? You might be doing the wrong things. Whether you're a big company or a small one, you must respect people's right to privacy. Register and be certified by the Data Protection Commission of Ghana. It is the law. You will receive the necessary training, advice, and guided on the right systems to put in place to help protect information you collect about people. Register your company. It's simple and online. Visit www.dataprotection.org.gh to register. Privacy is the responsibility of everyone. Remember, privacy is personal.
die.
Mensa can 15,000 Ghana cedis if you ayo for. Busumi bia me 15 cedis. Pe, me de ni na e boa ya ma me yen.
Mensuma je 10,000 Ghana cedis every ayo for chain. Me de 10 cedis na me tua free me momo busumi bia.
Menko ade misika na ama o. Ayo for ne se amfa.
Ah, na se yen nyina na register ayo family cover no. Na wo kai last a wo de sika to wo momo so.
Ish. Asa cheka crowd.
Chese wontua wo ayo ntoboa no. Se wentua wo ayo family cover sika no busumi bia. Policy no enye adwuma. Enti hwese wo ni wadofo bambo no beye adwuma. Hwese sika be wo momo no so abri bia na wetumi etua busumi bia entem so. Pe ayo package a ebeboa wo. Nenya bambo pa. Kai se nhihye kakra da ho. We ye nhihye free Salam Alliance Life Insurance Ghana Limited.
Ayo, because you care.
We there for you and your family. Abochuki baby, unya san kofa. Pepper soup where you know, pepper san kofa. San kofa pepper powder, a sheshe raw. San kofa pepper powder, me powder, me sheshe. San kofa pepper powder, me powder, me sheshe. Me powder, me sheshe. Me powder, me sheshe. Me powder, me sheshe. Me powder. San kofa pepper powder. Ojamo.
FDA aji ejade nkrato yatum.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community ticket, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community go win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Adiache bia aba ni pedemia penny koshe makola ni kejetia kiti ebito ne bibia abrante ye jumadenje waketia sikanye sikane je wabrekita ewum se ye brenya minti dai didida ebinimu si mwacha amenamenti wondruda yina ye ozo adena abetwe mi moja mataiko dansoma me mamoja mrifa obrane boyedin ense wose bomodin obi su aje obi su botom ye okay senye tie bia broni say no pain no gain so one thing fifra ultimately self-contained.
20 minutes past 9, City Breakfast Show, looking for a best of flavor in every sip. Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages made right here in Ghana. We have the cocktail fruit drink, the grape and the tangy, as well as the delightful orange, packed with amazing flavors. Call 0550-032-231. Piva beverages, a taste you will love. Happy Global Customer Service Week from all of us at Omni Basic Bank. To our valued customers, thanks for choosing us. And to our beautiful customers, dedicated team, you make service excellence mission possible every day. Have a beautiful week from us at Omni Basic. Reach us on 0307 086 000. Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Why travel abroad when world-class education is right here in Ghana? At Lancaster University, Ghana, you earn a British degree, develop employability skills, and enjoy a campus experience that inspires growth and confidence. Gain practical skills, global exposure, and access to scholarships that make your dream degree even more achievable. Apply now to study with expert faculty trained to UK standards. Visit lancaster.edu.gh or send email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh for more information. Looking for quality and reliability that lasts? Buy a brand new Toyota today from any Toyota Ghana branch and enjoy an extended warranty of 5 years or 120,000 kilometers plus a 1-year free service or 20,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. At Toyota Ghana, we've got you covered. From sales of new vehicles to servicing in our state-of-the-art workshops. Drive smart, save smart. Call 0302-429-801. Terms and conditions apply. Ghana drives Toyota. All right, let me wrap up this segment with another contributor. So don't forget, we started by speaking to FABAG, where they claimed that smuggling was on the increase. Then I spoke to a rep of the women informal traders who said one of the reasons why informal traders prefer to bring in goods from across the country was that you could get a cheaper product, even with duties paid, from Nigeria or wherever compared to Ghana. He was giving Guinness as an example. Now, I'm going to speak to Dennis Amediame, who's the convener of the Regulatory Affairs Professionals Network, and he also is the Regulatory Affairs Manager of Friesland Campina. They produce peak milk. He's going to react to some of the points being made here. Dennis, thanks for joining us. Good morning.
Thank you, Bernard. Good morning.
Do you agree with FABAG that there's an increase in smuggling and that's affecting local producers?
I agree more than one can describe with FABAG, because the issue is even beyond the rice and sugar that we are talking about. It affects almost every category of products. We have milk affected, Guinness, Unilever is struggling. Almost every industry is affected by this canker. The smugglers, as we call them, or those who are patronizing what we call grey market, go out there. And one thing that is missing in the whole discussion is that reference is being made to Togo, that the products are coming from Togo. Based on the research work that we did, the investigation that we did, actually the products are not actually coming from Togo. Togo is just being used as an entry point to Ghana. Most of the products are actually coming from Nigeria. And this is actually motivated by the currency situation. So that you realize that when the Ghana currency started depreciating some few months ago, most of the people who were involved in this, in a way, stopped. But immediately the currency started improving again, they've gone back to their business. So the products are actually coming from Nigeria. But you see, the other gentleman...
Sorry, let me understand this. If the Ghana currency does well, as in you need fewer cities to buy the dollar, it incentivizes smugglers? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because what it means now is that they will take less money to get more dollars, and then when they go to Nigeria, they will make more money in Naira.
So a stronger Ghana cedi incentivizes smugglers?
Yes, it's incentivizes smugglers.
Wow.
Yes.
And you're saying that Togo is just the entry point, but the source is... Now, are these products made in Nigeria or imported into Nigeria?
Majority of them actually manufactured by our sister companies in those countries.
So how come they are able to get it cheaper in Nigeria than you guys are able to produce it in Ghana?
Okay, so the unit cost of production in Ghana is very high compared to this country. So you see, this country, let me use that as an example, they have the numbers in terms of population. That is why we have this situation where people complain about China, people complain about India, people complain about Nigeria. They have the numbers. And because they have the numbers, when it comes to production cost, it is lower for them because you are being a huge number compared to Ghana, the volume you are doing. But the number you need to employ. So when I'm doing production in Nigeria, the unit cost of my production in Nigeria definitely will be cheaper than the production in Ghana.
Okay,
in
but
addition,
go ahead.
In addition, me as a manufacturer in Ghana, I am not only producing. I must be involved in the transportation. I must do marketing. I must do advertisement. The one involved in the illicit power importation of this product is riding on the back of what I am doing to promote the product, to sell his product. So that cost doesn't go to him. He's not going to add that cost to the cost of the product.
So you pay electricity and water in Ghana, and then you market the product, and then because people have demand for the product, they don't differentiate between the imported milk from the locally produced milk, and therefore you lose and they win.
Yes.
The smuggler.
I've even had a situation where my own distributor stocked the product from Nigeria.
Your own distributor stocked
Yes.
a product from Nigeria.
Yes, a similar product from Nigeria. So I had to now go to and say, listen, this product you are stocking is not even registered in Ghana to be sold in Ghana. And I cannot guarantee the safety and quality because I don't know the supply chain channel that you use to import this product. And they showed me where they got it. So I got the FDA to go and arrest the people. So every company is struggling when it comes to this.
You are saying all the manufacturing companies are okay. By what factor is the Nigeria version cheaper? So if you give me a tin of milk, by what factor will the Nigeria smuggled version be cheaper than the Ghanaian made version?
So I can say, let's assume that the cost of the milk produced in Ghana is, let's say, 10 cedis. The Nigeria may be like 7 cedis or 6 cedis.
Okay, now if they were paying duties on the 7, okay, are you calculating the 7 on the basis of duty or the cost of Nigeria? Because we are talking smuggling, right? So if the smuggling were nabbed and they pay the duty on the container, would the price get to your 10?
It will be at 10 because I have imported products from Nigeria before because it's my sister company. I'm in charge of Nigeria too. When you do all the computation, the payment that you need to do, the price is the same as even importing from Holland. So it will be at the 10. But when I bring it through the channel where they use share, so they bring it in the evening and they don't pay the necessary duty they need to pay, you will get it far cheaper. And then the second part of it, but let me draw attention to it, is that usually they go for products that are nearing expiry. That's our major concern. So when the product is nearing expiry, most companies will reduce their pricing. So if the normal price of my milk is, let's say, 10 cedis, when it's nearing expiry, I may bring it down to 5 cedis or 6 because I want to, sell it off. Then and we are beginning to see situations where some products, they are changing the expiry date. So they might buy it at a cheaper price, bring it to this country, and then change the expiry date and sell.
So
some of the things that we have even raised with FDA.
Okay, before we get to how the smuggling happens, I spoke to Oscar Akabanovihoho, who says they cross-border informal traders do not evade tax, and yet he can tell me on authority that they are able to sell cheaper than you guys who produce in Ghana, and that you guys, your pricing is not good, which is why the women prefer to bring from Nigeria. So he says the fact that they are informal does not mean they are tax evaders. That was his counter when I interviewed him.
Yes, so majority of them don't pay tax, which we know for a fact, and we are working on that because we want to have a meeting with Customs Division, GSA, and FDA on this thing. Those who pay the tax also do not pay the other costs that come with it. They are riding at the back of the investment being made by the local manufacturer or a local authorized importer to sell their products. And then I said some picture earlier, to the extent that some companies that have marketing authorization, they really stop the importation. We see popular milk all over the place. Now the people who have the authorization seem not to be bringing the product anymore because the illicit importation is very high that they cannot even meet it.
All right.
What happened?
How does the smuggling take place, and whose connivance or whose dereliction allows it to happen? You said it happens at night. Are you able to describe it better for us? Is it the customs people who are sleeping? Is it the immigration guys? Is it national security? Is it the police? Whose dereliction is leading to this thriving smuggling industry?
All right. So the market women go out there to Nigeria, most of them, buy products that are nearing expiry, like I said earlier. When they bring it, of course, they know people who are the ports, who are their partners, okay, that they will, as we say, graze their palm and will know to go show. So they watch out for those people, and then they pass through the share border and the Niger border to bring the goods into Ghana. And then, so what they do is that because they don't come to sell, they have the people in the market who are they've already given them the money to them to make the order. So when they come, they just supply directly to those. So they don't have warehouse where they are keeping it for you to even go and say, okay, this is a stock, and then when they see it, they say no. They go around taking orders from the people in the market, and then go to Nigeria, go and buy, and then bring and deliver to them. That's how they operate. So custom plays a critical role in this. FDA plays a critical role in this. At a point, I even had to write to FDA and tell FDA that FDA, I do not intend to import any product through the Togo border. So should we find any product coming from the through that entry point, branded as peak, please seize it. So if they, but the point is because they are doing 24 hours, it becomes difficult for them to be able to stop this.
You mentioned the Shia border and the Niger border. I'm looking at the map supplied by Statistical Service. I can't find the two. So where is this Shia border and where is this Niger border?
So Shia border is after who? They share, Niger shares with Parliament. Niger and shares with Parliament.
So the Niger
Togo Parliament.
So Togo Parliament and then who in Ghana?
No, Togo Parliament and Niger in Ghana. Niger is in Ghana.
Niger is in Ghana. Okay. I see it now. I see it now. So
extreme.
This is Shia and Niger. So it's the same area actually.
Yes.
So you usually, if you look at the borders we have the Aflao Main, and then we have the Akanu border, and then we have a couple of outposts, Agohome outpost, and then you have Shia and Niger, which are around the Afegame area, a bit high. Good. So if you know that these are the two notorious borders, how can't the government clamp on it? Because you are telling me that there are two notorious borders for smuggling, and you are saying it live on radio, and yet the government doesn't seem to be able to solve it.
Well, we keep reaching out to the government, and that's even next week we have a meeting scheduled where we're going to discuss this with the Customs Division. We want to form a task force. Industry is ready to support for a task force to help nip this in there, but because it becomes a whole big issue for us to handle, because this is more just like the Calamity issue we are fighting. Industries are actually struggling. If I tell you the number of products that we have to dispose of all the time because we produce and cannot sell because of the Nigerian product that is in Ghana, you'll be surprised. Industry is struggling. The volume is huge.
But isn't the customs and GRA aware and worried? Because obviously they are losing revenue, aren't they?
Yes, that is why we want to have a discussion with them, because they need to look at it very well.
Well, good luck to you in your efforts. Thank you for speaking to us. We've been speaking to Dennis Amejiame, who is a manufacturer, and he is part of the is the national coordinator of what is called is the convener of the Regulatory Affairs Professionals Network. So, Kaka, let's read some comments. It looks like we know the problem, but we are not willing to solve it.
Exactly.
What a
there
strange
appears
situation.
to be inertia on the part of law enforcement, local authorities. It's just frustrating listening to him.
Yeah.
Doing business in Ghana can be very difficult.
Yeah.
Well, this is Kojo in East Lake on Hills. He says, "Good morning, Bernard. I'm a business owner for the past 15 years in Ghana. If we want to have an honest discussion about cost of doing business in Ghana, many businesses will fold up. My business is dwindling because I've decided not to bypass electricity or do bypass of electricity as many others are doing. Our cost of power will eventually cripple the business." Delali says, "Good morning, Bernard. Please, what the man or the FABAG president is saying can be true. I'm in one of the secondary schools, and the rice that a supplier bought to our school, everything is written in French language."
Wow.
Good morning, Bernard. Paga border is not isolated from this problem. Okay, every day people are bringing in rice from Burkina. BB in North Kaneshi says, "If it is true that even with taxes and levies, the foreign products are cheaper, why are they not paying the taxes and smuggling like there's no tomorrow?" Smuggling in Ghana is really terrible. Bernard, I disagree with the man who just spoke against smuggling. What they do is, if they are bringing 5 containers, they pay duty on only 2. And so when they get in, they're able to average, which makes the products cheaper.
That makes sense. So they pay for the couple,
yeah.
and then they get more. Okay.
Bernard, what the man is saying is true. Products from outside are mostly cheaper than the locally produced products.
This is a big issue, eh?
Yes, and cost of production, the build-up, Bernard.
Yeah.
Good morning, Bernard. I think the story about smuggling is so true. As someone who works in that industry, there's a lot of rice and sugar smuggling from Togo. It's alarming because the local industries are not able to compete and it's causing a lot of job losses. Ken in Spintex sent that. Good morning, Bernard and team.
Morning.
I'm Albert from Tema. The textile industry is at the mercy of smuggling. Production from the few textile companies left in Ghana keeps reducing year in, year out. Our employment is being threatened, so we may rise again to protect our jobs in this country. Hashtag last chance for democracy in Ghana. Hi, Bernard and team. I'm alarmed by the rampant smuggling in Aflao. Goods are being smuggled in large quantities every evening, often under the watchful eyes of the customs officials. You know, you asked that question. This is happening just a few meters from the customs bungalow. It appears bribery and greed are driving this menace. Urgent action is needed. I'll send you pictures soon. And Nuti Fafa from Aflao sent that one. Here's another. Good morning, Bernard. Kulungugu and Pulimakom in the Upper East region are the biggest borders for the smuggling business.
Charlie.
You can contact me for more information. Bernard, these so-called smuggled oil, flour and sugar are there in our schools. Make your checks from any SHS and you will see flour with Arabic details. Bernard and team, this is a very interesting discussion. People will only smuggle if there's enough arbitrage for the trader. The government and the GRA must set up and review the tariffs and taxes to eliminate the arbitrage. Bernard, we are rational economic beings. We take decisions in our economic interest. One, if Malta Guinness is the cheaper after entering through the right channels, will you not buy it? Two, most people, including myself, order car spare parts from Nigeria legally, and it's super cheaper than Abusio Kai. Three, DSTV, another example. We can go on and on and on. And Kwesi Aqua from Sakumono sends that one. Good morning, Bernard and team. Please be reminded that Nigeria has free port and therefore it translates into goods and
I'm not sure if this is correct. I don't think this is correct.
Okay.
They are talking about Nigerian manufactured goods. So this gentleman is talking about Friesland Peak. They have a factory in Nigeria, they have a factory in Ghana. So, and I'm not sure if Nigeria has a so-called free port.
Akosha in Boteman says, good morning, team CBS. Of a truth, things are way cheaper in Nigeria than in Ghana. I have been to Nigeria severally. With even 300 Ghana cedis, you will buy and buy and buy and may still have some
Let's
change.
not forget that because Nigeria is a larger market, they are able to produce at economies of scale. For produce for more people, it gets cheaper. That doesn't mean we should have economic saboteurs bringing goods in without duties. The reason countries put in duties is to protect their local industry, because you may buy something cheap, but your relatives don't have work to do. So we need to think about our country. There's too many people who think self-interest and it destroys the country.
But people will do what they want if there's no enforcement, if there are no consequences. Here's another message, Bernard.
It's funny.
Even goat is cheaper in Togo than Ghana.
Hey! Even goat is cheaper in Togo than Ghana.
I tried getting an engine for my car here and the price was 35,000 cedis, but in Nigeria it cost me the equivalent of 20,000 cedis for both engine and gearbox.
Wow.
Let's think of how we will reduce cost of production here. Otherwise, we should forget the fight against smuggling. Mauli sent that.
Big topic. We'll be back with more City Breakfast Show live on 97.3 City FM, discussing the ills of smuggling and its effect on local production. Stay with us.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
It's the Electroland Xmas Picky Warmer promotion. Citi is appreciating and Electroland is offering. Buy Nasco LED TV from $6.99 Ghana cedis, and when you buy Nasco French door, you get a free 5-gas cooker. Buy Nasco 425-liter chest freezer and get free 24-inch TV. Now buy the 545 to 800-liter Nasco chest freezers and get free tabletop fridge. Buy selected TCL smart TVs and get free TV wall bracket, air purifier, and professional monitor. Or you can buy TCL side-by-side fridge and get free 24-inch LED TV. Buy the Samsung QLED 4K Neo TVs from 65 to 100-inch and get your free music frame wireless speaker. Buy Samsung DuraCool Twin Cooling Plus and get free blender or 4-burner gas cooker. Now rush to Electroland showrooms or authorized dealers in Ghana. Call 050-315-9339 online or visit www.electrolandgh.com.
Wake up, have a great day, yeah, with nourishing cowbell premium milk and cowbell Vita Rich, nourishment for you. There's a cowbell milk for you, for you, for you. Cowbell Vita Rich and cowbell premium.
Introducing the new Cowbell Premium Milk, high in protein, and the new Cowbell Vita Rich, enriched with vitamin B9, both so creamy. Now there's a Cowbell for you.
Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
This advert is FDA approved.
Have you imagined buying a house on an interest-free plan and getting a car for free? Well, Afro Arab Properties, best known for building the most affordable quality homes, has hit another milestone of rewards. Are you looking for your dream home today? Afro Arab Properties will definitely show the way. These homes are in 1, 2, 3, and 4-bedroom options located at Manet Spintex, East Legon Hills, Santor, Ashalibotre, Tema Community 25, Old Ningo, Amasaman, Apollonia, and more. Even better, you have a 5-year payment plan without interest. And the big one, purchase a home from some Afro Arab Properties projects and get an electric car for free. Yes, an electric car that can go 300 kilometers on a full charge. So don't miss this big offer from Afro Arab Properties. Just call 055-175-3231 or 0244-109-133. Terms and conditions apply. Afro Arab Properties. At Afro Arab, everyone can buy a house.
Protect yourself from germs and bacteria with confidence. Cleanse hand soap effectively kills 99.9% of germs with every use. Perfect for all your hand washing moments throughout the day. Available in a variety of variants and delightful flavors. Choose Cleanse for yourself, your family, and friends. Make Cleanse your daily essential. The GC brand. It's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s. You lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change, powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
And where do you think you're going?
To train in the garden.
With my broom?
Mom, it's a javelin.
Oh, really? And that plate?
That's not a plate, it's a discus, Mom. We are training to become winners.
Well, you know you need lots of energy to become winners. So you both better start your day with Twisco before you go anywhere. Besides its great chocolatey taste, Twisco is enriched with Enerfort, a blend of energy-boosting vitamins and minerals for little winners.
Thanks, Mom.
Got to keep my little winners in shape. Twisco, power your dreams.
This advert is FDA approved.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Just a mana, some pass, some tissue, mana, papa, none of pink to my missing there. And Chawale, where are you? Only about them from my simple. What me up?
they call it. It's all about it. It's all about the collection. It's all about the Chobo. Hey, Ghana. Kickstart your day with the irresistible chocolatey goodness of Twisco. Enriched with NF4, a combination of energy boosting vitamins and including B, C, D, and iron. At just 2 cedis, you can treat yourself and your little ones to rich, delightful chocolatey taste of Twisco. Simply mix with water, add milk, stir, and enjoy. This advert is FDA approved. Next time you fly with your family from Accra, why don't you fly better with Emirates? On Emirates, everything is taken care of when you're traveling with kids. Whether they're fussy eaters or not, they can tuck into tasty meals that are perfect for tiny taste buds that they have. It's non-stop fun all the way for little explorers with free toys and little cuddly friends or cool activity parks. With daily flights, you can enjoy more convenience and flexibility to over 150 destinations within the Emirates Global Network. Find out more at emirate.com. The Chamber of Aquaculture, in partnership with the Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture, presents Aquaculture Ghana 2025. Join industry leaders, innovators, farmers, and regulators, development partners, and investors on October 30 and 31 at the World Trade Center from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on the theme Transforming Ghana's Aquaculture Sector, Innovation, Inclusion, and Job Creation. For more information, call 059-269-3666 or email event@aquacultureghana.com. Have you ever bought shares, bonds, T-bills, or other securities? And do you have a CSD Securities account number? Now, many people do not even know. But if you have invested in shares, bonds, and treasury bills, you own a securities account number with CSD through your broker, bank, or custodian. The CSD keeps your investments safe and makes sure all trading and ownership transfers in securities in Ghana are done correctly, on time, and transparently. So we're encouraging all investors to verify their securities account details are accurate and up to date. Contact your broker, bank, or custodian to confirm your records. CSD is regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. And if you collect and use information of people in your line of work, like name, number, image, location, email, bank account, etc., you might be doing the wrong things. Whether you are a big company or a small one, you must respect people's rights to privacy. Register and be certified by the Data Protection Commission of Ghana. It is the law. Register your company or business, organization, or association. Visit www.dataprotection.org.gh to register or call 025-630-1533. It's the winning season, and this time we're not just chasing wins but collecting them. The luckiest is back and bigger. Grab your phone, dial *712#. You can choose option 1 to buy a ticket, or you can do option 2 to buy for someone else. There are many ways of winning. Go to theluckiestafrica.com and register, because luck is everywhere. They say Abru 60. When he sang this song, Ghana was 50 something. Now we are 60 something. And the same problems. It's all about the collection. It's all about the bribe. It's all about the smuggling. It's been 5 amazing years of divine encounters, spirit-filled melodies, and life-changing worship experiences. And this year is the grace edition of Masideni. Join us Saturday, November 8th at 3 p.m. live at Harvest Chapel International Faith Temple at Denta, featuring Harmonious Choral, Empress Incorporated, ATI Faith Temple Theatre, hosted by the Anointed Harvest Choir, Faith Temple. It's absolutely free. For more information, call 0200-591-271. Masideni Asidankwa.
Once I see you, though, I'm a yafata shrine. Never knows it. I've been chin at the same. What you right about
as is in as is there. What you right about
I've been chin at the same.
Morning and night. This time there's night collection of bribe. Never bother. Devil is a liar. Wishing my favorite sister Arifa a happy birthday. May Allah's continuous mercy be upon you. I appreciate you for all you do. Abdul Sabur from Tamale. Good morning, CBS team. Wish Elikam Klu of Ever Park Showroom a happy birthday. She's more than a friend. Good health. We wish for her from Oscar and Mary. Wish my beloved daughter Ohima Akua Sewa Osei of Zion Hill in Montessori a happy birthday from your mom Elizabeth Osei of National Investment Bank and the family. Oh. All right, that's all we have time for today's edition of the City Breakfast Show. JW Amboli leaving us off with 10 o'clock after the news at 10. Now your quarter joins us with their super special Tuesday edition of Brunch in the City. Before that, Shiba Beni is here with the news at 10. Good morning, Shiba.
Good morning, Bernard. Come